The following presentation does not represent Australian opinion or intellect. We do not speak for any religious order or ethnic minority. We are not political scientists or uni graduates. We're insignificant upper-lower class scum, comparing notes and airing grievances. It's just our opinion. Deal with it.
No way that GST will ever be part of our policy.
Never ever.
Never ever, it's dead.
If they don't like it, go back to where they're parking.
It is a big idea.
You know, we don't need them.
A new world order. By 1990, no Australian child will be living in poverty.
I don't know what it is, man, but for some reason your volume has always been weaker than like all the rest. Even when the mic's like, whatever. I've actually got your settings up here higher than everyone else's, and it's still weird.
That soft siren voice.
This is cheap.
That soft siren voice.
You
the
both
women,
said
the women
completely
love.
different contrasting things. Like, because he's cheap. Because he's cheap? What's it got to do with anything? Because he's cheap?
It's not 'cause I'm cheap.
Nothing else to throw.
It's the sweet siren voice.
Dude, I was going to ask, have you always eaten porridge?
Yeah.
Always? Really? How do you have them?
I used to do, make it traditional, just you buy the big box and you cook it with water in a pot, proper style.
Put honey in it.
Wait,
stuff.
hang on. You buy big boxes in like a no-name...
No, Uncle Toby's.
No, but
I love it. That's traditional.
Uncle
Toby's branded...
No,
Tobe.
traditional wise in that you cook it in the pot with water, make it a really nice consistency, then serve it up, put milk, honey. But now I'm lazy. I just get the microwave ones, the sachets. So you open the sachet, you just put it in, fill it up half with milk, put it in, and you've got your porridge.
In his defense, I've had it a few times. It's actually pretty good.
It's quick and easy.
I've never
Low
eaten...
GI.
I think I've had porridge once as a kid, man, and I hated it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Man, I love cereal. I live for cereal. I don't care what... I don't care how little sleep I've had. I will get up and have 2 bowls of cereal. I fucking love it.
Cereal for dinner?
Nah, I can't do that.
You need to dip your toe back into the porridge cauldron.
Well, look, man. I love breakfast, right? My thing is breakfast. But even if I know I'm going for breakfast with this guy, I'll get up and have a bowl of cereal. No matter what.
What's your cereal of choice?
So the last couple of years, man, I've really been alternating a lot of shit. You know, I hate sultanas, and every cereal has got sultanas. Even as a kid, we'd get muesli flakes or whatever, and I love muesli flakes, but I hate sultanas. So I'm sitting there picking them out.
So you wouldn't have been a Sultana brand boy.
I actually I like Sultana brand, but I hate the sultanas in Sultana brand. If there was something out there that was like Sultana brand without sultanas, I'd buy it every day.
That's an old school cereal.
You could buy it and just sit there picking them out all day as a little project.
No, I remember my mum used to absolutely just take a day off work and pick all the sultanas out of the box. There is a cereal that is like Sultana brand without sultanas. I found it years ago, but I think I only had it once.
Brand.
What about you, Trollman? Do you like sultanas?
No. My cereal of choice is either standard rice bubbles or the crunchy nut.
Oh, crunchy nut's good.
Crunchy nut's good.
Well,
or Nutrigrain. Nutrigrain is really good.
Right now I'm eating rice bubbles. I'm finishing off a box of rice bubbles. Oh, it's special for $5.
Yeah, man, the big box.
There's no vitamins in it, man. There's nothing in it.
No.
Just
maybe you get something from the milk.
From the box. You better eat the box, man. You cut the box up.
What are you doing, breakfast?
No. But I used to do the crunchy nut, but I found that a bit too sweet. If you because I eat a lot of cereal.
It is very sweet.
I'm not a big fan of honey. Yeah. But man, you know what? I was thinking about it today because I've got to go do some shopping after we're done. Man, I remember when I was getting my last tat done. And my tat dude, we were talking about cereal for some reason, and he said the same thing. What are you eating right now? And I said, oh, blah blah blah. And I said to him, dude, I always go back to cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
Just standard Kellogg's. I used to love the Sanitarium cornflakes, but the Kellogg's one's the only one available.
I've had a bowl of cornflakes in eons.
Man, I said to him, I always go back to the cornflakes, man. He's like, it's just a nostalgia thing, isn't it? Like you just can't go wrong. They're cornflakes. That's it.
Cornflakes remind me of camping, and you're sitting out the front of the tent with the fucking long life milk and the cornflakes.
Actually, I don't think we ever did long life milk on the camping trips, man. I think we actually had fresh milk, most days.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, I'm trying to, because we always had the esky.
The esky, yeah. The fridge that plugged into the four-wheel drive.
I was gonna say
like a light blue colour and it's all stained and old. The esky.
Best. I remember. Do you remember ages ago I said on a potty that just based on my old man's actions, I've probably been blacklisted from a lot of places because of my surname. I would have said it probably in the first 5 episodes.
Yeah, I remember that.
It reminds me of camping. And I think that's the first time I heard him actually admit it or say it. We'd gone camping. I think we were away for like 2 weeks, and we're in Jarvis Bay, and we're waiting for another family to get there like a couple of days later. I think we got there a day early. And the old man had put in an application for a lot, because you know how you get the lots assigned to you? And he had said he wanted this size lot with blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And there's basically enough room for a full-size tent, and then a singular, like, 2-man tent or 1-man tent on the side as well. It's like a real military-style tent. I actually got that, because I could be bothered. I was offered to my sister, like, do you want it? But she couldn't be bothered, like, lying completely flat in it. There was fuck all room in it.
Everyone knew you were jerking it, so they just let
I was a kid, man. I was fucking young. Like, calm down. I was young, man. I was
starting with the sexual innuendo very
man.
early.
I was trying to tell a wholesome story, like a
Family camping.
Yeah.
This guy, you're jerking it, weren't you?
Seriously, man.
They knew, Jimmy. They knew.
I was a kid. I was serious. This was probably like the last camping trip I ever went on, man. I was probably like 10, you know? And I remember the rangers, they came round. This is the one thing about WOG camping, like Greeks especially, man. I don't know if it should be like Greeks. One thing we do is we don't do long life milk and like cans of fucking beans and shit. We will find a way to make the same meals that we make at home. Yeah. We make them at camping. Yeah. I'm serious.
Yeah. Dude, your mum will pull out the pot.
Yeah,
and she'll sit there and cook and shit, and she'll make like spaghetti or rice.
Tomatoes.
There is no difference. No. My diet did not lack.
Yeah.
You know
And traditional Greek food too. Like she would have packed
proper
like
shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like it's a restaurant running, man. Like the tavern.
No snacks for you, buddy.
No. Like you might downgrade to having the barbie, like the snags off the barbie, but it was still like you were eating at home. The only thing that changed was like maybe the cutlery, because it was like an older set or like a outdoor
the old
set.
picnic sets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, we'd go the full bogan camp style.
Yeah, nah, man.
I love the barbecue at the camping though. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're right.
But
like,
the actual food itself didn't change. You still ate the same meals, man. It was messed up. That's why I'm laughing, because I don't remember. I never had long life milk. I always had fresh milk in like the esky, because I remember grabbing the bottle out, the milk carton, and it'd be wet like from the ice from the night before.
Yeah.
I just remember every morning, like I'd be dreading like grabbing the carton because it'd be clean. It's like
It's so cold.
I just remembered like what actually set it off, man. Like that whole thing, like why it became a debacle. My man had put in an application for a certain amount of lots assigned to him, whatever. But what the old man did was he used to have tarps, like heaps of tarps.
the blue ones.
Yeah, and he'd build like
a shanty
fortress.
town.
Yeah, he'd build a fortress around the whole lot. That's only the other wogs as well.
Yeah.
Like so, it'd be 2-3 families, and like you see, you know, Mick and you know Jenny and their son, and they'd be like literally in a 1-man tent for like the whole family, just sitting by the side of the XD station wagon. Yeah, and then you see our like fortress, and I swear, man, like walls,
Ripping the Greek music.
yeah,
Like
the radio would be blaring. There'd be literally walls like surrounding the entire thing. Not because they were trying to block people out, because everyone was welcome. Like literally, we'd talk to everyone that would walk past, and everyone would just get to know us with like all the food, and everyone would just come by, and it'd be really social. But I just remember the walls surrounding the whole fucking site, just to keep the cold out, you know, and give it. It was I'm thinking about it now. It's basically to keep the wind out, the rain out, and to allow enough room for everyone to sit comfortably and just be social. Like that's what they basically turned it into, like a little village.
Got the lounge out.
Yeah. And I remember the ranger came past and said, "You can't do that." And he's like, "Why not?" Yeah, he's like, "It's within my fucking allotted spot.
I'll do what I want with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, it counts as a structure or some shit." And they'd fucked up because they hadn't given him the old man lost it. And he'd gone and had like several meetings, man, like yelling matches with these guys.
He looks at Dim, boy.
Yeah.
Get my shotgun.
One of the times I went with him. But literally, I remember he cracked it because initially it was that. And then he jerried that they'd given him the wrong size thing anyway. Like he had put in a thing, like, you know, say for a 10 by whatever. And they had actually given him the wrong size, a smaller one. And he hadn't said anything. He just said, "May do."
Sucked it up.
Yeah. So they've come at him for like erecting this like structure when he's like, hang on a second, I booked this like a year and a half in advance. I paid my money even though and you have the balls, the audacity to come at me about this. Yeah, like he lost it. Because once he realised he had like ground to argue, then it was over.
Yeah.
You could just see him on the boundary line, right?
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
That was sudden.
Started pissing down.
Where the hell did that come from?
You reckon?
What? No.
It'll be fine. Just a passing shower.
Yeah, man. No, that was out of nowhere though.
I reckon your dad would be sitting there on the boundary with a shotgun, just shining it up. Get my bullets, but Pa, get my bullets.
That's it. And I remember, man, I remember he would have had like some yelling matches, man, like hard. He would have had some full yelling matches.
And people weren't going to win.
Nah. But I remember when he came back, he actually said to like the family we were like traveling with or whatever, he said, I don't think we're ever going to be allowed back on this property just based on my name. That's what I swear. That's the first time I ever heard
And
it.
you never went back.
Oh, so I never went back. As a kid, I was honestly a child, man. I'd ask my parents or something like to see when it happened. But as a child, I remember hearing that, and I'm like, "Fuck!" Like, I wonder if that's like universal. Like, I wonder if that's happened anywhere else where I may not get in.
Guaranteed.
It has to be because I've said it before. My man's a fiery prick. Like, he's hard.
Have you been banned from anywhere? As in you
lifetime
personally?
bans?
Like, you know, but you can't just go anywhere.
I don't think a man comes of age until he's actually got a lifetime ban from somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I think I got banned from the pool room in Fentrigully once. But it didn't stick.
Not a lifetime ban. Like,
No. I was there the next day and they forgot about it. But
What did you do?
No, not really. I don't know. I think I was really high on drugs or something. I can't remember.
you were high on drugs.
At the pool room in Fentrigully.
you know what he did? He did a Steven Seagal, you know, put the
ball
balls
in the
in the sock, started smashing cuts
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
face with it.
Just a
Has
gallon.
anybody seen Richie? Boom, boom. It's messed up, man. I'll tell you what, I had to you haven't seen what I'm driving, have you?
No.
I know, because you got here before I did.
Yeah.
You didn't see it either.
What are you driving? Where's your car?
I took my car to the panel beaters finally on,
Can I guess?
hang on. Yeah, actually, no, fuck it, yeah. What am I thinking? Hang on, go.
It's because it's an old panel beater's car. Are we talking an old school panel beater?
That's the,
I was going to say an 89 Ford Laser.
89 Ford Laser. My first car.
it's like
Four-door.
It's like the new version of that, man.
Is it a Ford Laser?
Nah, you'll love this car, though. You'll be all over it.
It's a Hyundai, isn't it?
Hyundai.
Getz.
Fuck the Getz. Can I say, the Hyundai Getz is the most underrated car. I love the Hyundai Getz. My mum had one. We used to cruise around listening to Metallica in it. This guy knows, man.
Yeah, man. Dude, anytime we had to, I was saying it to Tommy or something, anytime we had to do
Submissions
some sort of seedy thing, he would literally pull up outside my mum's house at like 1 o'clock in the morning, blaring Metallica, just in these little purple Getz.
Like, no one's going to pick that up, man.
Like, perfect cover car.
Dude, we'd go for full, like, missions, man.
It was the best.
But I'll tell you what,
Are you thrashing the shit out of it or what?
you sort of have no choice because it doesn't take off.
Doesn't really go anywhere.
Dude, I'm only just starting. You only appreciate whatever you have until you have something different.
You got to actually pound the pedal. To
Yeah,
actually make
I've
it go
been
anywhere.
driving my car for just over a year, and I know the ins and outs of it.
Yeah.
Man, I was going around the bend up in Browns Road near my joint. I was doing 40. The whole car started sliding.
Oh, God.
But their tyres are like go-karts tyres.
The car started sliding, man. Taking the Japanese engineering, then you're given this Korean, like, just off the line.
Little box.
Yeah, man.
Whenever I've got like a rental car or anything like that, like a borrow car, I've just thrashed the absolute shit out
I'm
of it.
lending you my car.
Like to the point where you can just smell the clutch or like whatever. Just every time.
That is such a bogan thing to do,
I can't
man.
help it.
I'll take it back with a full tank of gas and like I'll clean it. This guy, it's got the spare wheel's missing. He's sold it.
The front tire's popped from doing the front burn.
He's just all over the
A
dash.
couple of beer bottles on the front passenger seat.
Seriously.
The form guide.
Macca's wrappers. He's got all the receipts from Macca's with the Wi-Fi passwords on them. Just see it, man.
Throws the key at it.
Dude, it's
so true.
It's a pain in the ass, this car, man. Like, the alarm just started going off randomly this morning. And I remember they were telling me that the key, he goes, when he handed me the keys, he's like, don't unlock the car with the button on the key. Like, unlock it manually. I'm like, why? Because I asked him, is there anything iffy with this car that should know about? He goes, no. And I'm about to try. I was like, oh, yeah, by the way.
There is one thing.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. He goes, what happens? He goes, oh, nothing, man. You just get the alarms, all types of shit happening. You can't be bothered with that. I'm like, all right, fine.
You'll totally get stranded, but it's alright.
Dude, I went to get in this morning, man, as soon as I opened the door, the alarm went off. I just went, oh no, like, now what? You know?
I should have listened to him. What do I do now?
I didn't do anything. Like, I started fucking with the button, it switched off. I drove to the bakery to get the coffees and the donuts. Mm-hmm. Alarm went off again, because I got out, ordered the coffee, went to the bakery, bought the shit, came back in the car, alarm went, it started going off. Went and got a Maximus from the news agency, came back, alarm started going off. I'm like, oh my God. Every time I'd open the door, the alarm would go off. I started getting anxiety. I was going to say, man, have you seen a Hyundai Getz like lately? Like, do you have a clear, vivid? Because you would know.
Yeah,
I'm all over it.
Dude, as I got the coffee, I'm juggling like all this shit back to the car. I've got like the laptop bag and the mics and all that sitting in the front seat. It just looks like a thrashed car, man. Like it's clean, but it just looks like...
It's had a hard life.
It looks like it looks like what it is, like a cheap runaround car, right?
You get up for a couple of grand.
Yeah.
And you just...
Right? I got in the car, and as I got in the car, because the alarm had just gone off again, so it resets everything. CDs popped out of the CD tray, like I pushed it back in, trying to like put the coffees in the cup holders, like pushing the mic things off
Yours
the seat.
has cup holders?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, mate, you got the upgraded version.
I know,
Deluxe version.
Yeah, man. As I'm doing all that, do you know what I felt? I got this image in my head.
Getz Deluxe.
Dude, I started laughing. I felt like a washed out reporter on some midday movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like in New York, like struggling to make ends meet.
Yeah.
He's just waiting for that big story to get a gig at the Bugle or something.
I'm feeling you.
You know what I mean? Because I had
Putting
the coffee. I could just hear you cunts like laughing at me in the background. I swear. And then I just heard like some dude like, Gee! Where's that coffee?
Get out fumbling shit. Like,
there's always like on those movies, there's like the guy running, like the lead editor or whatever, is like running the show at like the New York Times.
Just a cunt.
And he's just screaming at everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the one thing, I don't know why it popped up in my head, but it's always like they're in the middle of like talking with other papers or representatives from other cities, and they always like seem to have no control over some issue that's going on. And it's like, yo, where's that coffee? And they're like just screaming. And then for some reason, all I thought it was Boston. Like
Boston?
Is it the Boston Globe? Is that the main paper?
The Boston Globe. That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Daily Gazette.
I'm pretty sure it's the Boston Globe. I can't remember. What's the leading paper in Boston? I think it's the Boston Globe.
Yeah, but the boss is always taking like high blood pressure medication.
Yeah. And I just imagine this guy screaming at the intern for the coffee. It's like, we've lost Boston. I was talking to Boston. Give me Boston. Like, what?
I'm picturing you as like Peter Parker right now.
Yeah, Jonah Jameson, like screaming at him, JJ.
Yeah.
He was a gun.
The Boston Globe.
It is the Boston Globe.
Yeah.
Actually,
Nice dim with the papers.
dude,
Dimmy with the paper knowledge.
JJ, Jonah Jameson, he's the reason why I hated Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in advance. He's the reason why.
Why is that?
Because I love that. I love the comics, right? I loved Spider-Man growing up. I fucking loved it. Yeah? And then when the first movie got released, got announced, and they announced the cast, I remember someone messaged me and said, hey man, the cast has been announced for... We were in year 12, I think. It was 2002, 2001.
I was excited as shit for that.
Yeah, I was so pumped up. I'm like, oh my God, finally they're redoing it, whatever. I got online. I loaded up the splash page. I still remember what it looked like, man. It had the casting. First I saw Tobey Maguire's face, and I was like, what?
Not impressed with Tobey Maguire.
Dude, as Peter Parker, we've discussed this before, all right? I just saw him like, all right. Then I saw Kirsten Dunst, and I'm like,
generic.
Kirsten Dunst was meant to look like Carmen. Mary Jane Watson was meant to look like Carmen Electra, not the girl next door.
Gina Davis.
Yeah, right.
Gina Davis.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, no. But then when they showed me when I saw the guy cast as Jonah J. Jameson. And he looked like Patrick Stewart. I was like, nah, man. Okay, that is so stupid. Okay, they've just ruined this entire movie for me from the get-go.
Didn't feel it.
Do you know why? Because even as a kid, I'd seen an actor in movies, and I thought, you know what? This guy looks like Jonah J. Jameson, and he's always playing these angry, explosive characters.
Mm-hmm.
He looked exactly... It's like they modelled the character after him.
So they nailed it with his character?
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. No. The actor that I'd seen growing up in all these movies should have been like a no-brainer JJ, and they ended up casting... I don't even know that guy's name. Who's the guy that played JJ in the first Spider-Mans? But I just remember seeing this photo of him on the thing, and he looked like Patrick Stewart, just bald and slinky. I'm like, what the fuck?
Bald and slinky?
Yeah. Right? They should have cast Dennis Farina. Tell me you remember who Dennis Farina is, man.
Dennis Farina.
He plays Cousin Avi in Snatch.
Oh, dude, you're testing my memory
Okay,
bank.
do you remember the movie Snatch?
Yeah, I remember the
Do you
movie
remember Cousin
Snatch.
Abby comes from New York and he pairs up with Vinnie Jones to find the diamond?
Yeah, yeah,
He's that
yeah.
angry Jew.
Yeah.
It's like when he goes, Avi, shut up and sit down, you big bald fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Him.
that guy.
Him.
He looked exactly like JJ, man. Exactly. And I ended up casting.
So if you were a
Patrick-
casting agent, that would have been your man.
Oh man, it would have like when you were writing the script, I would have been like recommended. James Farina.
Highly
J.K.
recommended.
Simmons. J.K. Simmons.
There you go.
Grouchy and
Exactly.
grouchy bastard.
If you saw the splash page, I swear to God, it looked like Patrick Stewart. It was just bald and like no mo, no nut. I'm like, what the fuck? Dennis Farina looks like this guy and is this guy. To be fair, Simmons didn't do a bad job. Like he was still that. They did him up, with the mo and all that sort of stuff. He looked alright. He was still pretty good. But at the same time, like that, I was
Not good
17. I was 17. They shattered me with Kirsten Dunst. They shattered me with Tobey Maguire. Then they shattered me with Simmons. I'm just like, nah. I didn't like the movie period anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Spider-Man thing. Like the
What about
cartoons and stuff I used to watch.
What about the new ones that they redid?
They've redone it 3 times, man.
Yeah,
Which
three
one?
times.
As in,
They've redone the Spider-Man franchise is the most rebooted franchise out of all of them in the last 10 years. They've redone it 3 times.
yeah, I'm not a fan. Like, as in, I'm not big on comics and stuff. As in, like that kind, like comics, yes, but not the movie side of things. Like, I'm not like Marvel and all these new movies that came out, Captain America, and
Batman.
yeah,
Dark Knight.
I'd rather watch Batman like the old series, like cartoons and shit, like the old 80s, 90s versions. Not now. I saw Batman was on like last week. And it was like, he was too chiseled.
Which one, the new one?
The new Batman, like
The Christian Bale one.
No, the cartoon version.
Oh!
It was
where
on-
he's futuristic.
Yeah, I don't like it. That's just me being old.
Nostalgic.
Yeah, like just...
Are you a fan of all the superhero movies?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like all of them?
Yeah. They're always good for a bit of fun. Dim.
Yeah, no. Like, I'm not the biggest fan.
You know what was great? Ant-Man.
I saw that.
Ant-Man was really fun.
I liked
good?
Ant-Man because it was different.
Really good.
They cast it well, and it was just a different story. It wasn't like some... it didn't have a super
Yeah, it's
power.
science. It's science.
Yeah, it's all science-based.
it's cool,
I
man.
like that, man, because of that, because it
That's
was
also
different.
why I like Batman, because it was just science-based. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Avengers and the Captain Americas and all that. They keep...
It's like, there's so many now, I can't keep up.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
I
so
don't
many
know.
franchises of them all. I've just lost track.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And they just... A lot of them are just overblown. Like, fuck, man.
You know what was great? The Phantom with Billy Zane.
did you
that
know
was
he's Greek?
great. Billy Zane's Greek, is he? He's a cute man.
I think we've brought that up.
Yeah.
I think we may have mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Zane is Greek. He speaks fluent Greek.
Yeah.
The cutie.
He was
He's
in,
cute.
he's in Back to the Future, yeah?
Billy Zane's in Back to the Future 1?
Yeah, I think he's in both of them. I don't know the Back to the Futures that well.
mean,
I really don't know him at all. Like, I've
on
only
it.
seen him a handful of times.
What did he play in Back to the Future?
He was one of Biff's entourage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Henchman, one of Biff's henchmen.
Yeah, he's got like a... Yeah, he's in the background.
Remember the Phantom?
Phantom, dude. The comic Phantom was my favourite comic.
Yeah,
one of
I
my
love that
favourite.
guy. Me too.
No one else read it. No one else read Phantom. Like when I was in primary school, man, everyone read, Spider-Man, Superman, like if that, or whatever.
Back to the Future was his first role ever.
There you go.
His first role ever.
Yeah.
His name was
He's young.
Madge.
He's young. He's young.
In 1985. The original Back to the Future.
Yeah. But Phantom, I don't think I've actually seen the movie though.
Oh, the movie's great.
Movie's
it?
pretty good.
Yeah.
I've seen the actual movie. I can say that one is...
I need to watch that again, actually.
What,
That's
with
like one of
his
those
horse?
forgotten movies. Yeah, with the horse.
With the
Right,
white horse?
Yeah, the white horse, man.
The horse's name is... Oh, I used to know this fact. It was like one of those just rare fun fact facts you're meant to
Yeah, I
remember.
can't believe I forgot
It wasn't
that either.
Hero. Was it Hero? He had a wolf and he had a horse.
And he had the ring.
Yeah,
And he
the
used to
ring with the
punch
skull.
cunts and it would leave the
Yeah, leave
mark.
the imprint. Anyway,
Yeah.
and you couldn't take the mask off.
Yeah.
You know what? I like the Okay. Like I said, no one actually read the Phantom, like, out of my friends. Do you know anyone else that read Phantom?
No.
I didn't know anyone. No one. And
I think I had some shitty old comic I got from the show, like out of a show bag, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how I fell in love with the
I
Phantom.
used to. I got a few of his comics. I got a few of the Phantom comics at the news agency in Clayton. Like I still remember it. Like it was just tucked away. I'm like, ooh, what's this? And then I'd find a few random ones at garage sales.
You're spot on.
What?
The horse was named Hero.
Jimmy!
And the
Mate.
dog was his devil.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
mean,
it
it was
was the-
spot on, man.
the sweet
Yeah.
memory banks on Jimmy.
Yeah, man. I liked Phantom because he was just a man, like Batman, but he had like this whole mythical status. Like if you no one could ever see his face.
Goes to Walksboro.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's-
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. And like no one could ever see his face or they would die a horrible death. Like that was the whole Mystique.
The Wraith would have beaten him.
Yeah, I think there was only a handful of people who'd ever seen him without his mask, and that. I think it was like his missus,
Yeah.
you know, and Diana.
He goes home from work, rips his mask off. He's like, "Fuck, make me a coffee." No one's seen him.
Yeah,
You know?
Phantom was cool, man.
I'm
Phantom
going to
was
rewatch
really
that
cool.
this week. The Phantom.
I'm going to try and find. I had one Phantom book which I'd bought. We were going away for like a long weekend or like a week away or something, and I remember my mum said, "Okay, you can buy like a comic or something to take with you like on the drive." And I bought one Phantom comic from the Clayton News Agency, and it had 2 old stories and it had 1 new story. So like, it was just a thick novel, man. It was sick.
That's something nostalgic we haven't touched on. Going to the news agency and getting like fucking
Yeah, comics, Mad
like,
Magazine,
comics,
man.
or like I used to get video game like you get,
Oh
like,
yeah, Power Play and all that.
it'd come out like you'd come out with all the new games coming out for Nintendo 64 and shit. And it'd come out
Yeah,
with
man.
cheat codes and shit.
I've got heaps.
Oh, dude.
There's new comic book shops now everywhere in the CBD.
Oh yeah, Comics R Us is huge.
couldn't
You didn't know?
believe it. No, like some never.
Dude,
now,
Johnny Des and I used to wag in year 12, man, and we'd go to the city. We'd go to Comics R Us, and we'd go to that video games. It was like a video game 7, but not.
Yeah.
It was somewhere some off Burke Street. Yeah, that was
Back alley.
standard haunts, man. Even like the city, there was heaps of comic book shops, man. Up in the top end near Chinatown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to
Far out.
trawl all those when I was a kid. Are you serious?
Just flicking through the stacks. To
Yeah,
hope
I
to
actually
find a
found
gem.
that one. I found that one Spider-Man comic I had as a kid. It was the first comic I ever bought, and I actually found it like 5-10 years ago in one of those comics. I cried when I bought it. It's the best. Yeah,
Good times.
man. Now like those video games magazines, man. I used to back catalog them from like markets and shit like that. I've probably got a handful of them still. A lot from the UK. Mm-hmm. All the reviews of like Mega Drive games,
Yeah,
Super
man.
Nintendos, and they'd compare platforms and stuff.
Yep.
Do you remember that was your life? Do you remember when that was like everything?
Do I?
That was everything. Like, you didn't need anything else, man. Video games, oh, man.
Priority number 1.
It's actually really weird, man, that we're going on about this. Because I did something a couple of days ago that I've never done for myself ever. Ever. It's a first for me.
First pamper day.
But, no. But it goes back to when I was a kid. It ties in with childhood as well. I bought a pair of basketball shoes. Like kicks. Yeah.
What'd you get?
Like a DD mid Adidas sort of thing. I'll show you a photo of them, man. But like I needed shoes because I've been
So they're
playing.
like a current ball shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I needed shoes. I've been playing in those cross trainers I told you from New York, man. My ankles have been fucking dying, and I'm like, this is fucked. And then the rookie brought a pair of LeBrons with him to just a shoot around. I put them on. As soon as I put them on, I'm like, man.
Fell in love.
Oh,
you became LeBron.
dude, it's like it's actually legit. You
Just
do
dunking
need
from the free throw line.
It was funny, man, because I started
Get off of
sinking.
me!
I started sinking all these threes and like took a few layups on him, like driving. And I'm like, I don't want to say it's the shoes, but might be the shoes. You know what I mean? And then after that, I'm like, shit, I do need to buy a proper pair of shoes, otherwise I'm going to keep like just hurting myself. So I sucked it up, found a pair that I wanted, finally sourced a pair. But then I realized it's the first pair of basketball shoes I've owned since the last pair I had, I was like 15 or something.
Yeah,
man.
dude. It's
14.
been, I can't.
And my
remember
mum
what
would
it
have bought those shoes for me. Because I remember the next pair of shoes I bought, vivid in my head, when I was like in high school, was a pair of Adidas Classics, like just the shells. And I bought them with my money. And I'm pretty sure they were the first non-basketball shoe that I'd ever bought. That was the transition.
Yep.
From kicks to shells, like flat, just casual shoes.
To street rat.
Yeah. They were Adidas as well.
Street rat.
From ball man to street rat.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Just a wog wearing like split jeans and like, Adidas or Kappa jackets and stuff like that.
That's mad.
Yeah, man.
So how much did these kicks cost you?
Yeah, well,
$300.
dude, I fucking lost it because I found a pair of overplays. There's like Nike overplays, like just like a standard. I looked at some reviews. They were just a standard pair, good for like pickup games and things like that. Like not like franchise shit. Tried to find them everywhere. Man, I called up a Rebel or something. I'm like, hey, I need a size like
That's how
10s.
that's how you know you're getting old, when you're doing like reviews on shoes to figure out which ones you want to buy.
No, like I just like they're like $100.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to go buy a pair of LeBrons or Jays because I'm like, man, I don't want 350.
These are once a week.
These aren't going to sit in the cupboard and come out like at a birthday at a club. You know what I mean? Like I actually want to get wear out of them.
Yeah.
They're legit, And so I found like a pair for $100. I'm like, okay. So I literally I thought I'd Google it. Just, I don't know, why not, And I'm like, okay, they seem like an all-round shoe, whatever. Called up Rebel. I'm like, oh, the guy in Wavo's fucked me over, by the way, and that's another story. Yeah, he's an idiot.
Wavos.
I called up this one joint, like, was on hold for like 10 minutes. Finally get me through. Like, do you have a size 10? Like in, overplays? Oh, hang on. We've got a size 7 and a size 13.
I didn't ask you if you had a size 7 or 13. Do you have a size 10? You could say, sorry, no, we do not have a size 10.
Like, why are you telling me, like, if she said we've got a 10.5, I'd understand. 9.5,
maybe I could push it. Maybe.
Size 7, size 13. Like,
Do you see they're going, maybe the 13 will fit me.
I'm going to drive to the Glen and buy and try on these shoes that are 4 sizes too small.
Could have got 2 pairs of socks and just stuffed them in there.
Dude, I cracked it because I kept calling places, right? I called like a Foot Locker in Chatty, didn't answer. Called this joint, didn't answer. Called this joint, put me on hold for like 10 minutes, didn't have it. Called another joint. By the last point, I was on hold for about 6-7 minutes. I'm like, oh, fuck this. I hung up. Called another joint, put me on hold. I'm like, no, bye.
Did you try Athlete's Foot?
No.
Did you try Sportsmart in Moorabbin?
Yes, they had the right size. But they fucked up because they had the right size for me when I got the Chatty. And I was walking to, I thought I'd go straight to like the House of Hoops in Foot Locker.
That's pretty cool. I went in there the other day.
You want to hear disappointing? I went to, like, I called Sportsmart just to see if they had the size and said, yeah, we do have a 10 in that shoe. I'm like, okay, cool. So they're there. And I know they're $100 there just in case, whatever. I go to Foot Locker. They had nothing, like, in the actual store. So I went to the House of Hoops part, right? Every shoe was either a LeBron or a J.
Of course.
For like 230, 280, 350. I'm like, where are the standard pickup game shoes? None. Didn't exist.
No. They might as well call that room LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all LeBron and J's, man. And Jordans.
Maybe some Steph Curry stuff, but like
it was all franchise. Nothing under like 250, 280 bucks. And they all looked like pristine, like you would wear them with a pair of like, just like a throwback and you wear them to a club or something. I'm like, and all these kids and their mums were walking around and the mums were saying something like, oh, so what's good for like playing? And even the guys selling them didn't really have much to go by. Like, I'm serious. They were just trying to push cheaper shoes. But still didn't have enough relevant information. They were just like,
LeBron's the best.
Yeah, that's it. I swear, they had nothing.
Yeah.
I was just like, you cunts are
Wanks.
fucked. So do you know where I went? Took this guy's advice. Amart Sports. Man.
Stick with what you know, Johnny.
Yeah, man. I went straight in there.
The warehouse style.
They had the shoe that I wanted. Put on the shoe. Felt like crap. Because I finally wore it. I'm like, this is actually pretty shonky. Right? Took it off. And then found the Adidas pair that I think. They're actually a junior pair. They're actually listed as a junior pair,
really?
but they have adult sizing. Put it on, I'm like, oh, I was
sick.
Like, moonwalking shit all over the joint.
See, that's why I don't go like Foot Locker and stuff, because I know I'm not going to get what I need. Like, I either go to Amart Sports or I go to Sportsmart.
I don't think I've ever bought a pair of shoes from Foot Locker. I bought clothes.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes they used to have those. That's another thing, man. They used to have pairs of Adidas trackies, like standard Adidas fleecy trackies, 2 for $50.
Yeah,
man.
no, forget it now.
Forget that.
No,
now it's one pair for $80.
Yeah. That's why you go to like Sportsmart. And you know how dark it is in there? It's so dingy. In like, Sportsmart, and you walk in there, the floor smells like mold.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll still buy my stuff from there because you know what you're going to get.
I went with you.
Yeah,
I went with you. I think I bought my Carlton jumper.
That's right.
Yeah, you were with me. I'm like, this will do it. It was the last one in like a medium. I'm like, fuck it. I just threw it
Should
on.
be right.
Yeah, because we had a game to go to that night as well. I just walked out. I'm like, yeah, done.
Man.
Yeah.
Sportsmart's the best.
I mean, I remember going to Sportsmart as a kid, dude.
Yeah.
Going there, because my mum would be like, all right, we need to get you new shoes, because you've outgrown them or worn them up. And I'd be like, ugh. And I'd go, that was my first experience with, like, prices and shit like that, because we'd go to that back wall.
Yeah.
And I just go straight to the kicks, and my mum would be like, okay, you can spend up to, like, $100.
Yeah.
It was usually $100.
But back
I
then,
think.
$100 to get you a sick shoe.
Yeah.
She goes, kid.
Look for something that's 80 to 90 and work from there. And then I remember, like, there might be a pair that's like 100, might be the only pair that actually fits me, whatever. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
Push her to the limits.
Yeah,
but, yeah.
pretty much, man.
Yeah.
And I'd check, like, all the bins and stuff, like, for all the bargain shoes, too. Like,
Clean up, man. Clean up. Yeah, man.
That was so exciting, man.
You know, and Sportsmart has not changed.
No.
It looks the same. Like,
It's still cheap as well.
yeah, man.
Smells like a high school like gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because every kid and their mum has just come through there, like, just gearing up.
I went there a few weeks ago and I bought the basketball.
Uh-huh.
I went to Sportsmart, bought a basketball and left. Like, it's the best.
Yeah, man. What was I going to say? It was about Sportsmart. They're still cheap. They've got. I checked out their prices on the net. The shoe that I was originally looking for was still $100, and if you remember, you got it for $90. You should 10% discount for.
If you're going to buy stuff, you should like sign up.
10%, man.
Yeah.
Like 10% still 10%.
Shit,
so if I
man.
bought the shoes, because like at Amart, I bought 2 pairs of shoes. I actually found another pair of Lonsdale, like, boxing, sort of kicks for like $50. I'm like, yeah, sweet, done. And then, what else did I buy? A pair of socks. I bought like 4 pairs of socks, like 20. So if I got 10% off every product,
Man.
yeah, it'd be like $50.
Yeah, man, that's up.
Easy.
So have you had a chance to play some ball with them yet?
Yeah, I played yesterday with Tommy.
Good?
Mate.
Were you on fire?
Actually, first game I lost 9-11. Then he just walked over me. Like, I don't know, I just had a head spin. Got like shut out 2 games. And then we managed to play another game after that. And again, it was close. It was like 9-11 again. And then
Smashed him out around the world.
Yeah, well, you know what pissed me off? After we were playing for 3.5 hours, man. 3.5 hours we were inside at Waverley. And after we finished, I literally bombed like 7 out of 8 threes in a row.
Ooh,
like in a row. I
bird.
was just looking at it like, what the fuck is going on, man? I couldn't hit one jumper like in the last 3 hours. All of a sudden, like just fucking swish, swish. He was sitting down playing with his phone. He was just like stunned. He's like, what the fuck?
Birdman Jr.
But yeah,
The
man,
ball's
I'll tell you
actually
what.
on fire.
Dude, when I was getting ready, I was at my house and I was just getting ready, so I was like strapping up my ankles and stuff. I put all the straps and stuff on, I put my socks on, I put the shoes on. I'm like, okay, that's pretty snug. By the time I got to Waverley, I'd taken off my strapping off my left ankle because it was just too much. The shoe is already compounded.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like there's already too much cushioning in the actual shoe to wear.
So you don't need your straps.
Dude, I wasn't wearing any straps and I played for 3.5 hours and my ankles are fine. Like a bit sore because we played for 3.5 hours, but that's it.
It's all in the shoe.
It is. It makes a big difference, man.
Yeah.
Don't think about all the times, like as a kid, get run out onto a footy field wearing the wrong shoes or some shit.
Yeah.
I'd be like crying because I'm in pain.
That's one thing I never chipped out on when I was playing footy, is my boots.
Yeah.
Because I know by the end of the game, I'd be ruined. Like, kids were coming off, like, looking at their parents, like, greasing them off, like, you made me buy these shoes.
Yeah.
You cheap bitch. Like, like, no shit. Like, I never cheaped out. I ended up, in 97, 98, I got the Cuda, the Predator, the Lethal there.
That's mad.
I had them. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I remember the
Adidas,
ads.
top of the
Was that
line.
the ads when he cut his hair? He switched to Adidas. He was the
Yeah.
first player to have the
$1 million
sponsorship.
Yeah. He was the first player to say that they earn $1 million.
He had
Yeah.
the short back with the curls
Yeah.
still at the front.
Yeah, do you know why I remember that ad? Because I remember I was at my cousin's house.
I had
We
a
were all-
tracksuit too.
This is cuter. Like, did you ever wear the boots in the house in front of the mirror? Like,
Shit, man.
Yeah, that's
all
it.
the time. And I used to have the footy in my hand.
Yeah. I remember that ad because it was like 96, 97. I remember that ad because we're at my cousin's house, and when the first time when it aired and we'd seen it, I remember like they were showing the Adidas ad. Everyone's like, "Hey, I think it's Cooter's
I've got to
ad."
bring 'em up, man.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
And then I remember my sister was like, "Oh my god, he looks hot," because he had. I just remember he's got that. He's just doing that sultry stare into the camera. He's got like the wet short hair. It's all black and white. It was a black and white ad. Yeah.
Dude, it had like the front was curly and the back was short.
It's just all just short, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a revamped new look for Cooter, and everyone just lost their shit.
Yeah.
He just became. Did he do a calendar?
Very 90s.
Yeah,
Very-
Cooter did calendars too, didn't he?
Yeah, man.
Mate.
Just holding the football over his big hoggy. Lying on the bed.
Speaking of footy, do you see what happened with the Brownlow? Like
Yeah.
the aftermath of Joe banging it back?
No, I didn't.
I wanted to lose my shit. These reporters are absolutely useless. Australian media is terrible. They asked, I read the article in the paper, it wasn't even an article in the paper. I think it came up on my phone as just a subheading, or I saw it on TV as like, you know, one of those running,
Yeah, down the bottom.
Yeah.
Like the updates or
it
whatever.
said something like, Cochin and Mitchell will not be reaching out to Watson over Brownlow.
Why should they?
And I'm like, what are they going to reach out to him? They're going to call up the guy that had to hand it in because he was summarily banned. Why would they reach out to him?
Thanks, brother, for giving it up.
Because, they were asked, will you be reaching out to, Joe Watson over this Brownlow? And they're like, oh, no, we don't feel it's our place to, or they say something like that.
Yeah, Mitchell said, I don't know him personally. I don't have his
I
number
don't
or
know
anything,
him.
but I don't think it's my place to, like...
Dude, why would anyone expect that as anything?
I'm pretty sure the boys are, like... Obviously, they've accepted the Brownlow, but it's also embarrassing. It's like, well... All right, well, we're here 4 years later, and I'm accepting the Brownlow for 2012.
And that's what pissed me
and you
off
want
as
me
well.
to call Job the drug cheat?
To say what?
To say what?
Yeah,
Sorry, man.
Thanks, champ. Yeah?
Apparently, he's thinking about retiring.
Let him retire. He should. It's a disgrace. Let him.
Not happy.
Dude, it's a disgrace.
I would have called him up and just been like, he would have answered. I would have been like, Druggo, and then just hung up. Thanks,
Cop
Druggo.
that cunt.
Thanks for the Brownlow, champ.
Dude, he should fucking retire. Like that's the thing. Lance Armstrong had all his shit stripped off him for drugs. Do you think any of next winners that were handed medals, do you think they called Lance Armstrong saying, "Oh yeah, g'day Lance"?
Yeah.
Dude, everyone hates Lance.
Yeah.
With a passion.
They hate him.
You remember all the jokes that came out about him?
Yeah.
At least he had the ball to admit it.
But you know what? The difference was, and Bill Burr said it. I talked about it last time, and Bill Burr said it how like, man, despite like Lance Armstrong raised how much money for cancer?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What has Joe Watson done?
He made
He
copies
went
in New
to
York.
he disappeared as soon as all this shit happened. What has he done? He disappeared, went to New York, and now what? Just welcome him back into the fold. Another chance to win a Brownlow? Fuck off.
He would happen with Chris Aaron?
He's back.
No.
What happened?
Him and Richmond have parted ways.
Don't fucking lie.
He's retired.
I literally read an article yesterday saying he's back on track.
No, he trained for 3-4 days,
Chris,
and
come back to the Blue
Richmond
Boys.
have let him go and said, go deal with your issue, so he's moving back to WA.
You're lying.
No.
I swear to God, dude,
I'm not even
2
joking.
days ago,
Dude.
I read an article.
And Eddie Betts did an Instagram post for him saying, you'll always be my brother. Like, take
I
care
saw
of
Mitch
yourself.
Robertson put one up of
Yeah.
him and Yaron saying,
Yeah.
you know, one of my best mates of all time. And I thought, okay, what? I thought maybe they're just saying congratulations and getting back onto the track. I literally read an article 2 days ago saying Yaron back on the track, you know, hitting form, la 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 la.
Chris Yaron quits Tigers, cites mental health, has left Richmond. The contract got ripped up.
Just tore it up in
So
his face.
he's initially retired. He said he still wants to play, like as in to keep him busy. So he'll play probably local in WA.
WAFL.
And then because he's got some serious family issues, like as you know, he had to go back home. That's why he left as well. He went back home, had to deal with personal issues. He's got his mother and his sisters and stuff. It's a really sad. He's got fucking talent to burn. I feel bad for that guy, man.
Dude, one of the most, like...
I loved Chris Yaron.
You've completely like swiped me out, man. I'm what?
So look, Eddie Betts wrote, "It's so hard to see you finish like this. I'll always be here for you." Eddie Betts.
I'm gobsmacked, dude. I literally read an article 2 days ago saying he's back. And I was like, oh, Yaron's back.
I love
cool.
it. Because they've changed his wiki straight away. He's a former professional Australian rules footballer.
Oh, Chris, you'll be missed.
Yeah.
That's sad, man.
Yeah.
That's shit for him to go out like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was
And
funny.
I love it how all the Richmond supporters, oh, what a fucking hack pick. Okay, the guy's got issues. It's not like he just goes, you know what?
Yeah, I can't be
made
fucked.
money for a year off Richmond. I think I'm going to retire. Like, obviously he's got issues. It's not like he's a human. Before football, before anything, he's a human being.
Yeah.
He's not he's not a machine. You know what I mean? And all these Richmond supporters are going, oh, fuck him, this and that. Are you guys, Carlton supporters were like, are you guys, like, what's wrong with you? Like, he's a human being going through obviously going through some serious shit. Like mental anxiety, depression, whatever he's going through, plus the family situation. His old man's in prison.
Really?
Yeah, man. His old man was a criminal, man. In WA.
Shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. It's...
Man, I'm stunned.
It just sucks, dude, because he could be like one of the top 10 players in
easily.
the AFL.
Dude,
Easily.
yeah.
Like,
Dude, on his day...
the speed that he has and like just the talent.
Man,
like,
on
dude.
his day, right, when Carlton were pumping it in 2000 and was it 12 with Ratton? 13,
Yeah.
12?
Yeah.
I will make a biggest call. On his day, he's better than Cyril Rioli. On his day. Like, hands down.
Yeah, I agree,
Because he's got the halfback pace, he can kick goals, he used to tear games apart for us. Like, he'd bring us back.
He can play back and forward as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
Like,
his
wow.
runs from the back line.
Oh,
That effortless run where he's
Yeah,
just
just the
bouncing.
and he's
bouncing.
smiling.
Yeah.
Like, come catch me.
I remember
catch
we used to watch those games with you, man. It was like, look at him run.
Yeah,
He's just like bouncing.
pulling away. Like,
Yeah,
easy.
just run through the paddock just around people, man.
It's sad, man. Like,
Yeah,
he's
sad.
actually he's effectively retired for now.
I'm stunned.
Yeah.
I'm stunned because honestly, I read it 2 days ago saying
Shit.
Yaron's back. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll see what happens.
Because he lost weight, he went, got a personal trainer, he tried to do everything. But, just sad state of affairs, man. That's just not good. Not good.
Yeah, that he deserves more than that, man. That's fucked.
So hopefully he gets the help he needs and comes back. Like, I don't blame him. Like he left, whatever, did, you know, I was shattered that he left, but obviously there were things that Carlton knew that Carlton
reckon?
would have known.
You reckon? I don't know.
I reckon there was an inkling or something. And I think Chris Yaron was saying, I want a fresh start as well. Something was happening. Because they said in his personal life, something was going on in his personal life. And everyone's like, all right, well, maybe we should trade him, get him a fresh start. He went to Richmond, didn't even play one game.
No, I didn't do anything.
No. Got injured, and apparently the injury that he copped really, like, you know...
I was going to ask, have you guys seen... I only saw a news update late. I was out of it last night. I only just saw something quickly on my phone, and then I heard it this morning as I was walking out. Something about a kid in Bali.
Yeah, he served his first night in detention or whatever.
Something about drugs, like facing 12 years? Can someone... Yeah, have you heard anything about it?
Yeah, I read it this morning.
What is it?
So he got caught with a white powder. They don't know if it's like...
All I saw was a
speed
photo of him getting, like, chokeslammed or something.
Yeah, man.
Why are you laughing?
He got caught with speed. They don't know if it's speed or heroin. Right?
Just doping up on heroin over in
They
Bali.
reckon people are like his mates are saying, why would he do it? It's a setup, like to get media attention. I don't understand why. These are 18-year-old kids on schoolies from Perth. So just don't go. If you want to do drugs, stay home. I mean, if he's guilty, if it is him, and in most cases it's been proven that it is them.
How much was it?
Not much.
But I read something like even if the tests come back that he wasn't on anything, he can still face charges
Yeah,
or
because
something?
he had it on him.
Okay.
Yeah, possession. He'll get 12 years. So,
Poor kid. The next Chappelle Corby.
12 years.
Oh, Corby's coming out actually, by the way, isn't she?
Really?
Yeah, she's like out in a couple of days or
I
something.
thought she was out.
she was out. Oh no, she had house arrest or some shit. As in, monitored. She had to be in Bali. She couldn't leave Bali.
Yeah.
For like, it was a few years, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They had to monitor her. So do you reckon she'll come back here? I don't reckon she'll come back. I reckon she'll stay there.
Probably.
She'll be used to the life now there.
I was just gonna say-
Mercedes. Gee, it's the biggest bogan name, man.
I was going to say, she's been there since 2005, wasn't it? 2004, 2005, that's when it happened?
Yeah.
Somewhere there?
Yeah, I think so. I'll look it up now. But yeah.
I think you're roundabouts right.
Yeah. So she spent a good 10 years there. She was meant to get 20 years, wasn't she?
Yeah, something ridiculous.
I remember,
like that.
yeah, because I remember we listened to the sentencing live on the radio. Like, that's how much of a fucking thing.
Oh, that was a big deal, that whole
Dude,
thing.
that's the photo you saw.
Yeah, that is the
Getting
photo I saw.
chokeslammed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like they're about to snap his neck.
Yeah.
Apparently he's a talented soccer player who has trialled for Perth Glory. Like, we're talking A-League. And searching his bag when security guard pulls out a small plastic bag containing the powder. He immediately protests his innocence. Are you kidding me? It was not like that. Come on, this is fucking show. I don't do this shit. I only drink.
Ooh.
So as soon as it, like, and what, he had it there just exposed in Bali. That doesn't make sense though. Like, why would he just have it in his bag? Like, I don't know. I don't know about shit like this, man.
And why did they suspect him? Like, why would they search his bag or whatever? Like, does it... I don't know.
It would have just come up, like, when it's gone through the scanner or whatever.
Oh,
So it's
like,
just,
so it was
he's
at
a
the
kid on
airport or whatever.
school, he was just gone through the thing and they found a bag of powder on him.
Why would he ruin his soccer career and do all that kind of stuff
Or
at 18?
why would anyone do anything?
Yeah, but
Yeah, would a 12-year-old, year 12 graduate, so he's 18, would you think he had a bag of speed on him going through customs?
I don't know, man.
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
No, but I reckon if anything, he would have bought it there. He wouldn't have just taken it through with him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but was he leaving or
Let's have a look.
landing?
I think he was.
Yeah, that's what I don't know.
I think he was landing.
What, so he brought it from Melbourne? How did he get
No,
through
from
Melbourne?
Perth.
Oh, Perth, I mean.
Because what is it?
You
2
have to be
hours?
so stupid to take
Yeah.
drugs to Bali. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah.
But how would he have left the airport in like a bag just sitting in his thing, not like it was up his
No,
ass
hang on
or
a second.
something?
He was arrested at the Sky Garden. He was at a club in the popular tourist bar precinct.
Yeah, that's what I thought
At
I
about
read.
1 a.m. on Tuesday.
Oh,
Did
so wait.
they plant it on him? Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why did they choose to search him at a club or whatever? Like,
exactly.
Oh, so they arrested him at a club and he was found to have drugs on him.
That's weird.
Yeah, what's he getting done for? Just possession?
Must be.
Possession, oh shit. Possession for drugs under a trafficking amount in Bali is 12 years?
Mm-hmm.
harsh.
Well, not really harsh. I'm just saying, like, that's massive compared to, like, you know, the suspended sentences we give here to people carrying heroin. Mm-hmm. Like, do you know what I mean? Whether it's harsh or not, like, that's to be discussed. Like, does that make sense? Because it's like, okay, well, it's still an illicit substance.
Yeah, so it wasn't just like a gram. It was like 5 grams.
How much is that? Like, as in...
Quite a bit.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
I love how you use it. That's a lot.
Well, 3.5 grams is an 8 ball. Is an 8 ball.
Holy moly.
3.5 grams is an 8 ball. So 5 grams is...
See my eyes light up? My eyes just lit up.
I love how you just start doing the maths in your head. Like, oh, yeah, well...
Delving into my area of expertise right now, boys.
Dude, it's like we've got the stats, man, for sports and politics. For sports and weather, you got Arthur, our political correspondent, then you got the narcotics division. But a narc. Yeah, man. But it's not a narc. He's on the other side of it.
Just a lover.
I love it.
But the
Okay, so in
copper's
hindsight,
saying-
okay, let's just put it let's put it to a practical, for those of our listeners that aren't drug users. What's a practical example of how much 5 grams was it heroin?
They're not sure. They've taken it to the lab.
What would an 18-year-old have heroin on him, man? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a soccer superstar getting doped out of his mind on heroin in
Yeah,
Bali.
like if
that
it was
doesn't add
speed
up.
or coke, I'd sort of understand. Like, okay, you're just partying, but heroin, like he's
Yeah.
got the belt.
He's just sitting with a smoke hanging out of his mouth.
And he's just slumped in the corner of the club, just out of it.
He's just rolling around with one of those rubber tubes, you know, so it doesn't leave a mark.
But even in Bali, man, when we went, like, I was cautious about people planting because you'd walk the streets,
Yeah.
and people were like, "Oh, you want cocaine?"
Yeah, that was something that was always in the back of my mind when I went
So
to
you
Thailand.
think you're like, "Fuck," you know, and they could have seen an innocent kid there.
I know that's what they do. That happens in like Thailand and stuff. The guys on the beaches would sell you weed and then call the local police and rat you out.
Yeah, and
then you'd have to pay. All you'd have to do is pay a bribe
yeah,
to get
and
out.
those guys get a little cut, and that's it.
Like I know that happens. I'm
Yeah.
not saying all Thai police are
No,
crooked.
no,
I'm just
no,
saying
no,
I
no.
know it does happen.
I had so many dudes ask me if I wanted marijuana in Thailand.
Yeah.
So many
Standard.
dudes.
Yeah, standard. And I said, nah, man. You know,
Yeah.
you forget it. But
So the chief from the laboratory said it contained just a little bit less than 5 grams, which is significant because if it was over 5, he'd get life in prison.
okay, what is it? Heroin?
No, they're going to find out in the next day
So
or two.
it's flour
So he was just under the threshold of
trafficking. It'd be distribution of trafficking.
Yeah.
Because it's like here, if you get caught with 100 grams or whatever, or 5 grams or whatever it is, say you buy an 8-ball, right? I know that if it's in one big package, and you get caught with it, the sentence is a lot less than if
Than
it
if
was
it's
in
divvied up into
divvied up in
little
dill
bags.
bags.
Yes.
Because then you're distributing and trafficking. Yeah. That's fucked.
But he's a talented kid, 18-year-old, Perth Glory A-League. Like, they reckon he's one of...
he's got to have
prospects.
like a kind of like a good head on his shoulders to be like that elite in sports and like
Like,
you think
he goes, I drink, but not that much because I play sports.
yeah.
I'm just confused as to why, he'd have that much on him in a club.
And why choose him?
It's just
Do you know what I mean? Like,
strange.
they grabbed him at the club, and they searched him, and then they just happened to find...
Look,
That's dodgy.
I'm
It
not
could
saying
happen. I'm not saying it didn't
I'm
happen.
not saying it didn't happen.
No.
I'm not saying, but it just seems a bit sketchy. That's all. Fuck, that sucks.
Yeah.
12 years, and now he's 18, so he'll come out at 30.
Imagine meeting his parents. Oh.
Imagine, he'll come out. He's our
If he
age.
comes out.
Do you know what I mean?
Mate, if he comes out, you know what they'll do to him in jail? A little 18-year-old white boy from fucking Perth.
Yeah, man.
They'll eat him like a fig. They'll tear him open. Fig? They'll tear him open.
They'll eat his fig.
Yeah, mate, they'll
Fig. You're ridiculous.
Just brown and soft.
Just full of that sweet, sweet honey, man.
Oh, mate.
That's bad, man.
Yeah.
They'll eat him like a date.
Oh,
Poor
forget it, mate.
bastard. That's fucked.
And if he did do it, what a dickhead.
Yeah, what a
Idiot.
dickhead.
I'll
Yeah.
say to him,
Yeah.
if he did it, you're an idiot.
You're a dumb cunt.
absolute
Yeah, you're a dumb
dipshit.
cunt. So hang on, I was saying it before. How much is 5 grams in terms of
no.
visually? What could you compare it to?
Like
Like a box of tissues? Like what?
No, not quite the box of tissues.
5 grams is probably like...
Like a cup of coffee?
Think about a
pack of
baggie.
smokes?
Think about it like a sandwich bag. Probably less than a quarter.
Come on, man. Where's the we need the
So
analogy.
let's say like maybe that 3/4 full, my smoke packet.
a smoke packet, 3/4 full of powder.
This
That's a
18-year-old...
bit. That's a bit.
It's a lot.
But this 18-year-old had that much on him. Like, I don't know, man.
Like, think about it. If it was, say if it was Coke,
a lot.
right? Let's
Yeah.
just say it's Coke. How many lines would you use in a line of Coke? A typical line of Coke. How much of that powder would you use? Like, just to let's put it in perspective.
0.1 of a gram, 0.2.
Yeah, well, like
Like, think about it. Like that box, if it was 3/4 full, how many hits could you get
Oh,
off it?
fuck, man.
oh, dude.
You'd be partying for a week.
Dude, no,
Dude.
like, think about it. Out of say, a gram
I'm
of
just
Coke,
saying, because, like, man, not everyone's a
a
drug
line
user.
is probably, 0.1 of a gram? As in,
people buy points, which is like,
Yeah.
1/10 of a gram.
Yeah.
So with
and
ice
that'll
and
last
stuff,
them
yeah.
the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I
this
mean?
guy had like a week's worth of
A
like for
week
his mates.
of partying for him and his friends.
Yeah, at least a week, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
It's a lot of
Yeah, that was
smack.
heroin. That's got the fuck.
That would have cost, like,
Dude, that's
a lot of money.
Yeah,
$5
and he's
grand.
18-year-old.
What would it be worth?
Depends what it is.
Oh,
like,
let's say if it's coke.
If
cut
it's
up coke.
synthetic.
Yeah, cut up coke.
If it was Buddha.
I haven't bought coke in ages, but
Hey, if it was pure, a gram of coke is $450 Australian. Easy. 500. You're looking if it's good.
So it's like
if
$2.5 grand.
if it's synthetic, you're probably looking at 300.
Okay, so you're looking
grand.
between 15 and $2.5 grand, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
If it's
Telling me
anything
that kid had that
at
much.
least.
Yeah.
finishing year 12.
Yeah. On school is like.
Just blew all his money on a
His parents gave him a grand. His parents gave him a grand. Said, "Congratulations on your graduation. I want you to have a good time. Yeah, here's $1,000."
Straight to Bankstown.
Literally just turns the corner, hands it to a dude, give him this bag. Yeah, fun in Bali, mate.
I'm just going to carry this baggie around Bali and just get fucked up everywhere I
If
go.
he had it here in Australia, how did he get through Perth customs?
That's what I want to know. Like, did he
Seems
leave?
dodgy to me,
Did
but-
he leave WA with it, or did he get it there? Because if he's in a club, if he's in a club, I thought it was they got him through the airport.
I just read it there.
Do you know who's on coke, man? I maintain. Do you know who's on coke? Bindi Irwin.
Yeah, man.
Have you seen her?
Off the chops.
off
Did
the
you know
head.
Russell Crowe and Bindi Irwin's mum are getting married?
That's pretty funny.
Dude, did you even know they were together?
No.
I had no idea.
I'm only bringing it up because I was watching, that show, it's on Monday, it's the panel, panel of comedians playing that quiz show, Have You Been Paying Attention?
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious. That show is fucking hilarious because it's just pure Melbourne. Like, just these guys just
Yeah.
riffing and man, it's fucking funny.
She's got a nose for coke.
You're a dickhead.
Look. Tell me that's not a vacuum.
Yeah, that's a vacuum nose.
Dude, wide nostrils, bit of length.
Do you know what pissed me off, man?
Length.
Do you know what pissed me off about it, man? Maybe it's because she's done all these incredible things like so you think you can dance and all that sort of shit and just following her father's legacy of the croc hunting and all that crap. But what pissed me off about it was she was a guest host on Have You Been Paying Attention, yeah? She kept calling everyone dear
Yeah.
and like sweetie, like as if she was like some old nan.
She's
Yeah.
18.
She's always been like that, dude. She's been
Who are you, man?
she's been way ahead of her time, like
Yeah.
always.
I was just what like, oh, it's okay, dear. I'm like, who are you? Like, shut the fuck
Your
up.
name's not Shirley. You
Yeah.
don't even,
From when she first came out as a little girl, she was always just like spoke like an adult.
Just comes across as conceited.
Is it because she's always been on TV, though? She's always been around adults?
Yeah, but man, her old man was like one of the most humble, he looked approachable.
Oh,
Yeah,
man. Like,
do you know what I mean?
You got to go, hey, Steve, like, how you going,
Yeah,
mate?
man. Like,
You know?
he just seemed like a decent dude. That's why everyone was so shattered
I
when
reckon
he
his
died.
her mum's a bit of a...
Yeah, well, look, I remember after he died and her old lady took over the reins, I remember that they were saying that everything Bindi was saying was really robotic and just forced and scripted and just kept like a mannequin. You know?
It always felt like that.
Yeah, just kept her daughter going like in the puppet like sort of regime. But yeah, I was just watching. Have you been paying attention? It just came across as this conceited 18-year-old man. I just wanted to punch out.
18-year-old cokehead.
I'm serious. Because I was half asleep on the couch and I just started hearing, "Oh, it's okay, dear. Don't worry, sweetie." I'm like, "Who is saying that?" And I looked up and it's Bindi
It's
Irwin.
Bindi.
You know you've made it when you're on that show.
Oh, dude, it's actually a really good show. Like Sam Pang is fucking hilarious.
funny. He's a mad cunt supporter.
I know. We said last time, like everyone on that show, man, is almost always hilarious. Like they're just off the top, just really good, really funny shit, man. They all hammer each other. Like they hammer each other about everything. It's sort of like us. We always just give each other shit. We're fucking brutal. I want to say, man, all our WhatsApp thread is one of the funniest things like I have on my phone, man. Every day, one of us would just say something, even if it's like nice, and everyone else just hammers into them. That's what I want to make sure to define. I want to say kudos to like the Insta and Twitter activity. For everyone out there that's actually listening to this shit, you probably figured it out. If you haven't figured it out, then I'll probably say it on record. I handle most of the facey stuff, yeah? Like, because I post up the episodes and all that sort of stuff. So I handle most of the facey stuff. Johnny handles all the Instagram stuff now, and you handle all the Twitter stuff. And I just started noticing all three. They're really distinct. Like, they're different. They're totally different. Because you revamped the Instagram page as soon as you got your hands, your mitts on it. Just totally made it your own.
Put little emojis in.
Yeah, man. Where yours is just blunt and to the point.
I don't care.
I've made Instagram cute.
Yeah, man. Like, but if you're bored during your lunch break, seriously, just check out the Instagram page. That's Not Right Instagram page, and it's fucking funny. Because like you put up that photo of that GMO strawberry.
Dude, that thing was huge. It was like an apple.
Man, I actually thought of it when I was at work. Was that work or was that Woolies? I think I was at Woolies at Wavo's, and I saw the sweet potatoes. Have you seen the sweet potatoes at Woolies right now?
No,
They are the size of footballs, man.
steroids, man. They just keep pumping them
Footballs!
with fucking-
I swear to Christ, they are the size of American gridiron footballs.
That picture.
You like it?
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Yeah.
Just for you, Johnny. There you go.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah.
Dude, the sweet potatoes are the size of footballs, and I actually thought of that strawberry. I'm like, where did I see that? I go, oh, That's Not Right page. Wait a second. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I had to say it.
Speaking of Instagram, I had my first brush with like online vegan.
I saw it! I thought you would...
I wasn't trolling. I was like, so I've heard like I've heard what vegan people are like online, right? But I've never dealt with it on a
You've
personal
never
level.
encountered one.
This is all I did. I followed this vegan dude, read the post, I just put it out there. What's your stance on eggs? That's all I said.
And man, I saw that paragraph, man.
I know!
And did I cop a barrage of just, you need to change, you filthy scum? Like,
Do you know why it was funny? Because I'm still logged in onto the Instagram account, right? Because I still get the Twitter, I still see all this.
Yeah.
But I'm going to turn all the notifications off because it's too, I don't need to be doing it anymore. You guys are. But I just saw all these posts coming in from Instagram. Like, I'm talking like there was 23 likes, 23 comments. And I'm like, hang on. And I've looked at it and I go, that's not my account. So I've switched over to the That's Not Right one and just see Johnny going off. It wasn't even going off. It was just like,
I was just genuinely asking a
yeah,
question.
I scrolled back up and it was just all this crap. I'm like, eggs?
And then I stopped replying because I was like, this guy's off his head. Like, I'm just gonna forget about it. I'm gonna eat my eggs in peace and just not tell these people.
Johnny Trollman, man.
And then 2 days later, like one of his followers,
The Trollmans.
Yeah, man, the Trollmans. We are the Trollmans.
2 days later, one of his followers like messaged us in a comment like at That's Not Right. Oh yeah, by the way, blah blah blah. Chickens eat their eggs. They're not ours to take.
That's what I was going to say to you. I screenshotted that to fucking bring it up.
Dude, they are on another level. Like, it's not like this is our opinion. It's like you need to change to what we believe. Like,
John,
wow.
Nick, you didn't see the comment. Oh, hang on. I'm going to see if I've still got the screenshot.
They eat
'Cause I know
plants.
I was like,
Vegans, they eat plants. That's a living organism.
dude, I
Plants-
was bamboozled.
Plants
I'm
have
like,
feelings too, guys.
That's right.
hang on. I
Every
have
time
to
you rip
sit-
a lettuce leaf off,
Don't you know plants communicate to each other?
Hang on. Tell me I've still... Oh, here. Hang on.
I think Trollman needs to get involved.
Oh, yeah. This is the comment, yeah? This is on that egg thing. This is the exact comment, all right? 45 minutes after it got posted, this is when I saw it. And it's from Oh Snap It's Cat 3. It's some gothic-looking chick. She goes...
Oh, snap, it's cat.
Yeah. I'm not totally sure if this is true. Whatever you guys were talking about, like the eggs and the
So she starts
whatever.
off with that she's not sure if it's true, which
Yeah.
is a pretty...
Because I've only heard it from one source, but I've heard somewhere that hens actually eat their unfertilized eggs to put the nutrition back into their bodies. Also, in my opinion at least, eggs that the hens are laying are theirs. They do not belong to us, and we should not act like they do.
I feel like scrambled eggs.
Wow. I didn't even reply. I was just like...
Dude, I saw that, and I'm just like, what the fuck,
I
man?
walked straight upstairs and made soldier eggs after I read that comment.
Actually, you know what? I had breakfast the other morning. I had really nice poached eggs. With bacon, man.
Poach is the best, dude.
I'm not a fan. I've never really had poached before. I always get the scrambled, on the toast. I got poached eggs with bacon.
Were they
Man, I
running inside?
smashed those poached eggs for days.
Were they running inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But it was nice and firm on the outside.
Yes.
But it was running on the inside. They
Yes.
cooked perfectly.
Yes.
I don't know, I'm not a fan of poached eggs. The only time I have anything that resembles...
Eggs! Eggs! Wait, look.
I'll admit it. I love eggs.
I love eggs, man.
Yeah, man, they're just on another
Sunny
level.
side up, fried, bacon.
Yeah. No, I love eggs,
scrambled,
man.
poached now.
Go-to when you're hungry.
Yeah.
Dude, she's one person. How many other fucking idiots are there like
She
her?
starts off saying, I'm not even sure if this is true, but You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, eggs are not ours, so we shouldn't act like
Which
they
picture
belong
was
to
it on?
us.
so, it's actually, it was like, I commented on,
Their thing.
Their thing, yeah.
You know what? I don't know. This is the big irony, right? It's not even an irony. It's just a hypocrisy. This is what, and I've said this before on a podcast. I used the reference about aware of all the things that were raised in order for a warehouse to be made for something to be produced that you're using. You can look at that at everything, like say these vegans do. Yeah, it's like, okay, you live in a house. That wood from that house was from a forest that grew somewhere that was not yours.
Yeah.
So then why the fuck are you living in that house? Why do you use anything?
Where do you draw the line? Like, what's ethical?
What about
and
your
what's-
clothes? Did you hand weave the clothes from cotton yourself?
Yeah.
Did you grow the cotton yourself? Where did you get the seeds? Did you own the seeds?
Yep.
Do you own the ground?
They own a hemp field. You know, like,
Do you know, that's what I'm saying. It's only, like, you know, it's within convenience.
Yeah.
The eggs do not belong to us. Who do they belong to? Like, they're eggs. They're fucking eggs. Like, the eggs do not belong
they've
to
been
us.
eating them for centuries,
Centuries.
mate.
Thousands of years.
So you're telling me, you know, back then they'd be like, you can't eat that egg; it doesn't belong
yeah,
to you.
but she
Mate,
got...
he will cut your throat.
She was born. She was born as a result of all these people doing everything against whatever she fucking believes. So then, should she just kill herself then, or like? I'm not promoting suicide. I'm just
No,
saying.
no.
Then how do you live with yourself knowing that you're a result of complete exploitation of like millions of species throughout
Yeah.
billions of years? How can you even possibly live with yourself? How can you walk around with a head on your shoulder, like thinking, "Yep, I deserve to be here"? No, you don't.
Well, then, yeah, exactly. You don't belong to be. Yeah, no.
And
fuck off.
like I said, I'm not just attacking her, and I'm not suggesting
I
she
am.
should go kill herself. Like that is got nothing to do with it. No,
No.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm trying to make
Logic.
the point. Yeah, have a logical, rational look at what you're talking about and your fucking thought process. And I'm just saying to her, I'm saying to every fucking vegan that thinks that that drastically.
Like, if you want to be a vegan, go nuts. Like, it's not.
Yeah, but that's
But don't come
dangerous,
out and
man.
say shit like that.
That's
Like,
dangerous.
they don't belong to you, so you can't have.
But what if you pull a tomato off a tree? Does that,
Yeah.
like, that doesn't belong to you? Like,
What should we be?
That belongs to that stem, that root, that it's in the ground. You rip that off. That living organism. It's a living organism.
You killed
It
the
grows.
home of thousands of ants and you killed the food source in home for insects and ants and
That's
blah,
right.
blah, 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 microorganisms and whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
That's why logic has no place in any of these fucking fads, and that pisses me off, man, to the hill. To the fucking hill. I hate it.
Me too.
Trollmans are back.
The trollmans. We're not trolls.
No.
No, I genuinely was not trying to be a troll.
No,
Like,
you actually asked a genuine question.
Like, I just wondered, like, these people are crazy vegans. I'll just ask, like, what do you think about eggs? Like, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Like, that was it. And then I just got paragraph after paragraph of, like, how
like a kebab.
horrible I
Yeah, I
am.
know. I actually feel like a
I'd
kebab.
smash a kebab right now.
I didn't have anything to eat
With
for dinner
extra
last
meat.
night.
Mixed kebab?
I want to go to the one in Clayton. No, I'm going to go to the one in Clayton. I'm going to go to the one in Clayton. Sophia's one.
Mixed kebab.
Nah, straight lamb, man.
Can I get a mixed kebab? Do you guys do egg as well?
They actually do. The one in Clayton.
They do
They
egg.
can put egg in your
Actually,
kebab.
man,
Yummy.
my mum used to make those when I was a kid, and I actually got it
Hungry,
from her as well. You get it's like a mock-up suvo, right? Without like lamb meat, you use like just ground beef or mince. You make the rissoles, you know those like meatballs, sort of long meatballs. You make it long, throw it in like a pita that you fry up, and then you throw caramelized onion, cucumber, tomato, egg, cheese.
So you're making like a chivap kind of thing?
Yeah, like
sort
a
of that
chibab.
The poor
kind
man's. The poor man's.
No, it's just it's a quick
Yeah, it's a quick-
alternative.
yeah, quick easy
if you
version
don't
of it.
have like a rotisserie meat.
Chibab, yeah.
We used to live on those when I was a kid, man. They were the best.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I want. You know what? I'm gonna make some today.
Dude, I want a suvo.
How dare you?
No, I'm just thinking because
That meat does not belong to you.
After this, we're going to Oakley. After this, we're going to Oakley to get some meat.
Seriously.
the meat doesn't belong to me, the pita bread doesn't belong to me, this table doesn't belong to me.
The onion you caramelized does not belong to
That
you.
coffee you bought does not belong to you.
Get fucked. Get fucked. That's my response.
Yeah.
that is my response.
You can't. That's that. Anyway,
I'm an ethical eater. Get
We've
fucked.
spent too much time on these.
Hey, did you boys like the photo of my leaking roof that I sent you on the WhatsApp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What
Please
happened?
enlighten us.
I still don't know. Like,
What do you mean?
Like-
well, clearly there's a leak.
clearly there's a
You sit there
severe
looking
leak.
at it for 3 hours going, maybe I should get that looked at.
Water's hitting his little girl in the head. Yeah, it's a leak.
I'm gonna have-
Dad, I've got like water leak. Should be right.
I'm an
Should be
absolute
better way.
idiot because I wish I took a photo of my Bogan water catching setup.
Oh my god.
It was like,
Was it a tinny? It was a tinny, wasn't it?
dude, it was like sticky tape on the wall with cloth stuck to the wall, like catching the drip and then like branching out from the wall into a bucket
Why wouldn't you put the bucket there?
because it was running down the wall.
Oh, okay.
So I needed to like
yeah,
get
yeah.
like to
I
get it
get
to come
that.
off the wall into the bucket.
What did you use? Cloth?
Yeah, like
But was
just
it
like
running through the cloth?
yeah, like I had it running through the cloth and I had the cloth pulled away from the wall, so it was like dripping, like a device coming off the wall into the
How
bucket.
did you stick the cloth to the wall?
Sticky tape. black electrical tape, really long. Just plastered over the top of it. But
Dude, you're engineering.
my
Can
dad
you see
says,
him in his jocks, like, trying to stick
with
this
his
thing?
beanie and jocks.
I actually was in my job. I'm like nearly falling over, like there's fucking towels everywhere.
That's fucked, though. That's...
But every single corner of my bathroom was dripping like a tap, right? And we're just like, what the fuck? Like the floors were just getting flooded. And then all of a sudden, like the light sockets, we have downlights. They started like pouring out of the downlights like a tap.
Wait a second. Where was it? Other than the downlights, where else was water pouring from?
Every single corner of the room.
Corner.
Every single corner.
Shit. That means the building is not
Every
very...
single corner of the bathroom was running down like a tap.
Yeah, that's not
Dude,
waterproof,
that's
man.
not
That waterproofing hasn't been done properly.
No.
So, obviously we called the, real estate and they sent a guy over and he's completely stumped. Like, his first thought...
That's his job!
Hey, I don't know, mate. You want to move out?
Because my first thought was we had really hot weather, right? So it's like cracked a tile or something and then there's water running down at just the right spot and it's coming down the side of the wall into like downstairs or whatever. And I said that to him and he's like, no. What's above this room? And I said, there's another bathroom that our housemate has upstairs. Because there's like another shower directly above our shower.
Maybe it was from that.
So his thought was that she's like using it. There's like a broken pipe somewhere and it's running down through the roof.
Yeah, that happens. That happened in my building.
She left the shower running.
But I went upstairs, turned the shower on for him. He pulled down the exhaust fan. He was looking inside and
Nothing?
Nothing.
Bone dry.
So
You've got a leak somewhere. You've got...
Stigmata, man.
Just
along the wall.
Just check all the statues of Virgin Mary, man, see if they're crying.
So he's going to come back today and like jump on the roof and try and suss it out.
That's
Yeah,
fucked,
you
man.
probably got...
Really, and there's like just the roof's fucked. There's water stains everywhere. Like really
That's
bad.
not safe. Like,
No.
as a...
Oh, but this is the funniest thing, right? Because I sent you guys the photo of the water coming out of the downlights, and Nicholas straight away was like,
Turn your
mains off, disconnect that light, blah blah blah.
Because everything's live.
Yeah,
Like,
I was just like, I'm not doing that. So I waited for the guy to come, right?
just the house on fire.
He goes into the bathroom. Okay.
You nearly killed a man in
I'm
your-
standing at the bottom of the ladder watching him. He starts taking out the downlight
Yeah.
while the water's dripping out and the light's on.
What an idiot.
And I'm like, hey, dude, do you want me to, like, turn the mains off or at least turn the switch off? And he gave me that real nonchalant, like, nah, should be right. Like, don't worry about it. And I'm just standing there, like, biting my nails, like, oh, my God, like, this dude's going to...
And you're holding the ladder. The metal ladder.
I'm going to witness a guy die right now. And he's just pulling it out. There's water dripping over his hands. He just,
Yeah, no, that's unprofessional. Like, he is very lucky.
And then he clicked the downlight to the metal shower door. To the metal shower door. I'm like, what is going on? And then he couldn't figure it out. And so they're going to come back to that.
They said Jeff from down the road. Hey, Jeff, we've got a job for you. What is it?
Baseline
I'm a
plumbing.
gardener. Get fix a light. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Bad, man.
Oh, my God.
Put these overalls on, mate. You're a Sparky today.
Dude, it was hilarious. I was so scared.
You're
I
a
was like, this guy's
sparky,
gonna
though. You
die.
could have figured
No,
it
no,
out.
why don't you fix it?
Couldn't be bothered.
No, you know what? To be fair, it's not your responsibility.
Yeah.
That...
No, I didn't want to go fucking with
No,
that
the
shit.
only thing I said to him is turn the mains off because if you cop an electric shock or something happens, you're going to be dead, man.
Hey, catch your question. Was he wearing his high vis?
No, he wasn't.
I started
He
thinking
was
about
very
it.
tan, though.
What time was this that he came?
2:30.
Just finished his lunch.
2:30.
I'm asking because when I was leaving work the other day, someone was coming back in saying, they left their keys or their wallet or something on one of the machines. And then the guy at the gate was like telling him, oh, mate, where's your high vis? He's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm only going in like just to 2 seconds. I'm like, hang on, man, I'll give you one of my old vests. And so as I'm handing it to him, I go, you know they're going to break your balls about your shoes as well. He's wearing like flip-flops. He's like, oh, fuck. And he's like, fuck it, they won't see me, I'll run in. And then, like, I started like okay, yeah, safety conscious. That's why I thought about the guy on the ladder with his high vis. Like, would they send this guy out?
Water dripping with
Yeah,
the
because
lights
he
on.
doesn't, they don't know where the job is. Like, it could be on the outside on the road. Like, you know. But then I thought about, at work, I was going up the stairwell to go into the canteen, and there's, like, all this positive imagery shit. Like, you know, on the wall.
Success.
Be safe, you know, all that sort of crap. But there was
bird flying over the beach. Success. It's a bird flying. What's successful about that?
Be safe, be successful.
Yeah. Dude, there was a WorkSafe poster, and it said be active. Like, stay active even outside of work to maintain fitness or whatever. Have you seen it? I reckon you've seen it. You probably walked past it 100 times. You haven't thought about it. But I just only noticed it a couple of days ago, and it's just been pissing me off. I want to rip it down. It's a picture of two guys underneath a basketball ring.
Yeah.
Like they're taking a shot or whatever.
Oh, it's Goofy with the short shorts, socks up high.
No, they're
Really?
both wearing high-vis fucking shirts.
Playing basketball.
And like, yeah, blue like tradie pants or whatever underneath a ring. Like, yeah, we're playing basketball. We're being active. Would you play basketball in a like a nylon polyester high-vis
With your hard
shirt?
yakka pants and your boots.
Think about it. You finish work, and I cracked it because I've been playing that much basketball, and I just think about what I go through, like, to get there.
Yeah.
Like, change, shorts, singlet, strap up. These cunts are playing basketball in nylon high-vis shirts. You would sweat, you would faint from the heat.
Yeah, that's not really safe, is it?
I feel hot just moving around in all, like, that nylon-y shit, you know, at home.
So what it's telling you is to go and die.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really unprofessional. Like that's
No, like, it's the WorkSafe people.
yeah,
Because
that
would
is just so dumb.
It's WorkSafe branding like their shit and putting out their fucking rolling
That's
out their
really
posters.
dumb, though.
How dumb is that? Because that high-vis stuff doesn't breathe, man. Like, why would you be playing basketball in this shit? I'm sick of those posters, those unrealistic ads, unrealistic fucking promotional posters, like all that shit. I'm like, are you fucking kidding?
You know what a proper WorkSafe poster would be? Don't stand here and have a forklift go through a guy. Don't do it. Like, that will have some fucking...
Just like a really graphic, like...
Man, like, that will have a... That's what will happen to you if you do that.
Yeah.
Not two guys playing basketball under a ring. Yeah, you know...
Yeah, it's
leave
just
work
stay
and-
active.
Stay
Fuck off.
active.
Half the time when you leave work, you can't be fucked doing shit because you're exhausted.
You want to go home and just put your feet up or do something, whatever, you know.
I'm gonna go home and ice my back now.
I'm gonna go home and
I'm
get
going
the
to go home
rubber
and work on my
band out.
dribbling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucked.
No, I keep seeing it, and it just keeps pissing me off. And the other thing that pisses me off about it is one of the guys in the poster looks like that fuckwit on the cash converters ad. And every time I see that cash converters ad, I got a photo of it yesterday because I leapt off the couch. I was half asleep. I've been meaning to ask you guys if you've seen the ad.
There he is, I got a photo of him!
I leapt off the couch, grabbed my phone, and took a screenshot of this cunt's face. If you want shitty ads,
Right.
if you want shitty ads on TV, you can't get shittier than this, man. Have you seen the Cash's ads where it's playing that song? It's got like some... It sounds like a Huey Lewis in the news track,
I've probably
man.
seen it, but I've just ignored it. Like, it's like
Guy goes to cash converters, cut the lines, la la la. He trades in some shit, and then he walks out with cash and he's just grinning. The whole ad, right? It's this guy's face. I want to know who directed this ad to put this guy in and get him to act the way he does. I managed to get 2 screenshots. This cunt's face, man. Every time I've seen this ad for like the last month or 2, probably even more, man. Every time I see this fuckwit's face, I want to lose it. And it's not even his fault, but it's the director. The director would have like said, yep, do this.
It's not his fault that he looks like that.
No. It's not his fault that this is how he had to act in the clip. Alright? But I'm just watching it, and all the other people interacting with him in this little tiny ad are like talking, and he's just got this fucking smile on his face. He doesn't even say anything. He just like walks in, hands something over, gets money, walks out. Look at this guy's face, right? There's one, and there's the other.
Why is he so happy?
Can I see that?
Why is he so goofy?
Oh,
They
dude.
actually made him purposely look goofy.
He's super stoked for the deal he just got.
Dude, that's
obviously.
his face for the whole ad.
just stoked to be at
You know
cash
what they've done?
converters.
They've injected him with like Botox.
It's not even
and
his
they've
fault.
positioned his face.
It's just like, I'm trying to imagine what director in their right mind would be like, yeah, mate, just keep smiling, yeah? Don't say anything.
Just smile.
Just smile like a complete fucking knob.
I want you to convey pure joy for the whole
Smile like your wife just agreed to a threesome. With your neighbour Cheryl.
I'm sorry, I had to say it. I've been
you're right.
waiting for weeks just to fucking get a photo of him, man.
And what did he sell? What?
I don't know,
His
I
old
don't remember.
Playboy mags.
I don't remember. But those cash converter ads, they could be handing over a half-eaten Mars bar, and they'd be getting back like millions of dollars.
Yeah, dude.
Seriously. Have you ever been to cash converters to sell something?
Not the new one.
I know you would have.
Yeah,
I know you would have.
See, I love cash converters growing up. Not because, like, to sell shit, but to buy, like, Game Boy games and stuff.
Yeah, but cash was a big thing even for us
Yeah.
when we were younger.
Dude, standard, just go to the
Yeah.
video games fucking cupboard
Yeah.
and, like, start looking at
Yeah.
the fucking Super Nintendo games.
I've
and
never
shit.
gone to the new cash converters. You know how the shops are now nicer and stuff?
no.
We're
The old
talking about
school-
the dingy shit in Oakley Central, the one in the corner.
The one in Clayton, man.
In Clayton as well?
Where you'd
Yeah.
guys would always be selling knocked off BMXs.
There's actually another, you know that Arab guy that's there now?
Yeah.
He's still there.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, and he's still buying bikes and shit.
The amount of knocked off shit, man, that would have gone through
Oh,
that joint.
man.
The one in Clayton was bad, man. You'd see the same people in there every week, man.
You walk in there, the guy's like, straight away, you want jewelry? No? I got the good chain.
It's the biggest rip-off, though, man. Like, they'll give you, like, $10 for something and sell it for, like, $150.
Yeah, man, that's the whole...
Well, that's the whole point of making money, right? Like, you upmarket.
But you never walk out happy like that guy. You walk out feeling ripped off.
You feel like, oh, fuck, I got some cash, but I got ripped
The
hard.
only thing that was really ever cheap in cashies was like the old video games, like the carts and stuff like that. You know, you'd find them cheap, but everything else was same. Like you pay the same prices as in like a shop. It might be $10 cheaper, if that. And you're
Some
paying
second-hand piece of shit,
second-hand
yeah.
thing that's probably been knocked off from someone with no warranty.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I love it. I know. I just I think about that. I think about the experiences from cashies as a kid, and then I think about that guy smiling. Wait for the ad, man. Just. Wait,
I think I've seen it.
It'd be on channel 11 because it's always on like during Frasier,
Yeah,
Becca,
yeah.
and all that. I mean, that's really the only one of the only things I watch. Dude, it's fucking infuriating, man. I can't.
He takes in his old Playboy mags. I'll give you $30.
Actually, now I was thinking of work, man. Something else pissed me off the other day. Why do I always have to talk about shit?
The rant.
It's just shit that pisses me off, man.
Weekly rant with Jimmy.
Nah, it's not a weekly rant. Man, you know how I'd gone off like on the second or third episode about how we always get like looked down on because of our age to like older generations. It's like how much more do we have to do to prove ourselves, all that sort of shit. That's why you're laughing.
What am I going to do, old man, to make you proud?
Yeah. Right?
I get it.
It all stemmed, like, as in, this is why I'm angry about it. It stems from this old cunt at work that's only been there for about 2 months, maybe a bit more. Me and Goldfarb were calling him Mr. Magoo. Because
Magoo.
he's a bumbling fucking idiot, right? He is dangerous as shit on a transporter.
I know the guy you're talking about.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Are you sure? Because there's a lot of new dudes.
Yeah,
He's already made an
So, you know,
impact.
like, dude, at work, a lot of...
I'm pretty sure I know the guy.
A lot of the they've done a lot of hiring, obviously, towards Christmas, and a lot of the new guys, it's like in batches. When I started, there was a big wave of like guys like me and Johnny, right, like our age sort of thing.
Just mad dogs coming through, yeah. Coming through the ranks. I'm feeling you.
When the rookie started, it was a lot of younger dudes, a lot of uni students and shit like that. The last batch in the last 6 months, 3 to 6 months, they've all been older men.
Retirees.
We're talking like, past 50, 50, 55.
Semi-retired, kind of part-time work.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's like everyone got laid off, you know, because from some big warehouse or factory, and now they've all come to join us.
Yeah.
I'm not being...
No.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's
That's
just
what
a
it is.
trend in the hiring. At one point, there was a lot of like Africans and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just a trend. You know, this one old guy, he's fucking dangerous and he's arrogant. Right? Bad combination. Yeah. Like to the point where, like, I remember we went up to one of the
Double threat.
he went up to one of the pallet dispensers because I was driving past, like, doing whatever I was doing.
Yeah.
He went up to one of the pallet dispensers. If you're not trained on these things, like, it's just literally like a big stacker and it just shits out pallets as you need them.
Yeah.
And there's a big sign that says, if you're not trained, do not fucking touch this machine, right? Because I've been there 6 years, I still don't know how to touch it, as in use it, and I haven't. I don't fuck with it.
It's not your job.
Other than resetting it to see if it'll get it to kick on, I don't touch it. I drove past it in a fork and I actually stopped because I saw him at the switch thing. How many switches are on there, man? Like,
yeah, there's like about 6 switches.
6, 7 switches, a couple of lights, you know, and they're all just like...
couple of kill switches.
Yeah. And I just stopped on the fork dead, like, because I'm like, what the fuck's he doing? He hit a few of the buttons to try and reset it. Like, he was just punching random buttons.
Just button mashing.
Yeah, and then he threw his arms up in the air like, oh, it's not working. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're not trained on it. What are you doing? Like, it's like the equivalent of a guy just kicking his car hoping it's going to start, you know? Imagine popping the hood of your car and just ripping cords out of the bonnet, like, no, it doesn't work, you know? That's what he was doing. And when I saw that,
Just the spark plug leads, ripping them out.
This should work.
Doesn't work.
dude, when I saw that, I'm like, this guy is off his head, right? I came in 2 weeks ago and he was getting trained on the forklift. And I'm like, oh, God, like, here we go. Like, this is a bad thing that's happening right now. He was driving the fork like he'd never driven a fork before in his life. And the one thing I've always said when they train you guys up is you can't cut your teeth in a warehouse like ours. Ours is high turnover, high capacity, like it's quick. I learned how to drive on a fork in a warehouse fucking a fraction the size of this joint. And I had all the time in the world. This is like, you know, you are on. You are fucking calculate. Everything's got to be done quick. He was driving like he'd never driven the thing before. Like he just went and got his license thinking, yeah, I'm going to get on a forklift and be the fucking boss, right? I was just watching it like, oh, fuck, right? To the point where I was sitting behind the guy in one of the aisles waiting because I was on the pick and he was on the fork. And he was just like, he had the lever that goes like, you know, you got on a fork, you got a lever that goes up, down, a fork goes left and right, the side shift, and then one that tilts.
Yeah.
He was literally just like, he'd put his hand on one that tilt and push it forward, push it back while he was stationary, to like as if he was just checking out what the fork does. Like, this is not the time to be learning what this machine does, man. Like, you should, you know what I mean?
Know,
Just
like,
getting familiar with the cockpit.
Yeah, man. You don't, imagine if you got into a plane.
getting a feel. Just, you know.
Do you remember the Simpsons when Homer goes to have a drink in that bar that's only for pilots?
Yeah.
And when he gets in the plane, he hits a switch and the co-pilot's like, we're going to need that to live.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? I only noticed, after that, I started paying attention more. I used to just ignore him, but I started paying attention to him after this, right? Every time I'd pass him, usually because I'd be on a fork, right? I'd pass the guy, he'd be looking at me, he'd be wearing like reading glasses, and they'd be dropped to the bridge of his nose, like lower.
Yep, it's the guy I'm thinking of.
And then he'd like raise his eyebrows as if he's like squinting or judging what I'm doing. I thought, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like looking at me like, oh, is he doing that right? What's he doing over there?
Like he's the boss.
Yeah, you're fucking on the floor with, like, what are you doing? Like, I'm just looking at every time I see his face, it irritates me. That pissed me off, right? And it's just been, like, it vexes.
You should make a homemade shank. Just shank him on.
Dude.
When you drive past on the fork, just give him one in the ribs, man. Just
only became.
Just really quick silent ones.
This is why I'm the wolf. Alright? Straight away, I'm going to hurt someone.
Dude.
Just whispers in his ear, I'm the top fork dog around here.
Timmy just quickly cruises past it. Quick shank, man. Just drives off. Just gets a pellet. Yeah.
Man. 2 days later, after this happened,
Leaves him to bleed out on the seat.
I was parking my car. I was at Woolies or Chatty or something. I think I was at Chatty. It was the middle of the day. I was parking my car, and I jumped out, and this guy was getting out of his car at the same time opposite from me. And he wasn't as old as that dude, but he was older than us. He probably would have been like late 40s, maybe. And he looked at me, and he did the exact same thing. He had his glasses pushed down onto his nose, and his forehead like creased up, and he raised his eyes. I'm like, what is going on, man?
Man, you need to get a kill list up in that bitch, man.
Dude, like, I just thought about, like, this cunt is like just a work in progress. Is that old cunt at work? Is that what old people do? Like, older people, like...
They judge.
They judge, but, like, everything. Like, the nose, have you guys ever seen it? Like,
Has he got the string?
oh!
You know, the glasses?
That's a little bit older.
Dude,
with the
yeah,
string.
It's probably in the 60s.
just that squint and the forehead creasing up, and he tilts his head down and just looks down the bridge of his nose at you.
Ooh.
Like, what are you doing? And I've noticed it everywhere. Everywhere I go. All these older people are doing it, man.
Yeah, they judge, man.
Is that what they do? Is that just purely that? Like, they're just judging? I don't know.
They're probably thinking young punk.
Young. I'm 32.
Yeah, but to them, you're young.
Back to that shit.
Yeah, you could be right, or maybe they're just all struggling to see properly without their glasses.
And you think they're squinting at you, but they're just like...
They're just trying to focus in on you.
They're trying to... Is that my nephew?
Oh, man. I just think of Mr. Magoo, man, and I get angry. Like,
Yeah, no, you're
it's
right.
so dangerous, man. Like, just the...
If he's squinting trying to get focus, he shouldn't be on a forklift.
Not in that high-paced environment.
Nah, man.
No.
That's high shit.
What he should do is go get a job maybe at like a wood yard.
You have to be alert to so
something.
many things.
Go to Bunnings.
Yeah, get a Bunnings, do the forky there, you know, like just...
Dude, everyone at Bunnings can't be fucked.
Yeah.
I don't care what the ads say, man. No
they can't.
No one can be fucked.
Dude, I went to Bunnings yesterday to get some stuff, and I went to the builders area because I needed some builders bulk to fix stuff. And this kid is standing there. You know when they greet you? This kid could not be fucked, man. He's standing there, and every time someone would walk in, he gave up saying hello. He just smiled and just be like, you know, the nod, the sarcastic nod.
Yeah, whatever.
I looked at him, and he gave me the nod, so I'm just like, yeah, gave him one back, and he's like, oh shit, don't do it to me, mate. Give me that fucking sarcastic nod. I'll kick your ass fucking on shift.
Do you know what that reminds you of? I was talking to the rookie about work experience. You would have done work experience.
I did work experience at Woolies.
Coles,
I did work experience at Coles and Target.
$10 a day.
I did the asbestos Woolies here in South Oakley when they shut it down because of asbestos.
Oh, nice.
I worked there.
Nice.
It's awesome. I did it. I did it at the Coles in Clayton.
Oh, yeah.
I have a
The small one?
the older one.
But that was Bilo back then, yeah?
No, hang on. The older one is the one up at the top.
Yeah, the smaller Coles, as in... Yeah.
The shitty one with the liquor
TAB
land
and stuff is.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You haven't seen them, have you?
Dude, there's two Coles opposite each other. Like, that's how stupid Clayton is. There's one Coles there, and there's one Coles there, and there's a car park in the middle.
One was...
Monopoly.
One was a venture. As a kid, we were kids, it was a venture.
Yeah.
Do you remember venture? Venture was like Big W/Target.
I heard Nick say Bilo before, and I remember that.
No,
That's
but
old
before
school.
that, it was a World for Kids.
World for Kids.
Yeah, it was a venture that became a world for
I
kids.
got my boogie board from there.
Yeah, I bought my
Nice.
baseball bat. I bought my baseball bat and glove from there.
Yeah. Yes, glove.
Yeah,
And up the bat.
a ball.
Yeah, it's like bait. Glove.
Pads.
Yes, glove.
Quotation marks.
Glove.
Yeah, venture, world for kids, then Bilo,
Yeah.
and then it shut down and became a Coles because the plan was apparently that was going to become the franchise Coles, and the one opposite was going to be like a massive liquor land.
Yeah.
Or something
And they
like that.
opposed it because we had too many bottle shops
Do you
in
know how many
Clayton.
bottlers we have in Clayton?
Oh, speaking of bottlers in Clayton, on the news the other day, some
What?
guy, they're looking for some guy because
Of course they were.
he was so smashed coming out of Lunico's.
Oh, yeah?
Right? He wanted to go to the bottle shop. They kicked him out of Lunico's because he was too drunk. He rocked... This is on Triple M on the news. He rocked up to that bottle shop next to the Chuck Old Chicken place. You know where the arcade is?
Yeah, that's
bottle-
the one that I got into
Yeah.
to buy the Fosters from.
It was locked. He smashed his hand through the window, got in there and grabbed a bottle of booze and ran. They're looking for him.
How the fuck did it...
He was so smashed, he smashed in the window.
Did they have
Clayton,
shutters? I thought they had shutters.
I don't know which side he did it from, though. But he got in.
Got his booze.
He got his booze, man.
Guy was just...
So he got thrown out of Lunico's.
What are they serving at Lunico's,
He got
man?
thrown out of Lunico's. He walked about 500 metres, smashed in the bottle, grabbed the bottle and ran.
This guy's a Superman, seriously.
What a mad dog.
Got what he wanted.
That's fucked.
Sorry, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, that other Coles was meant to be a big, big liquor land, but then they opposed it because there was too many bottlers. How many bottlers are there in Clayton? I think we've said
4.
this before. Hang on. There's the one up at the railway lights.
Yeah.
Then you got the Lunico's, which is right there.
But you can buy
booze from
Lunico's as well.
Yeah.
There's one next to the pizza shop where we get pizza.
Oh, yeah, that's the Cellars.
Yeah, Clarinda
Then you've
Cellars.
got... There used to be another one where the gun shop was.
Yes,
But we were kids.
Yeah, that changed to Money 3 now.
Don't you love
Loan
that?
shark.
Where the gun shop was, there was a bottle right next to it. Now there's a credit union right next to it.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And then there's the other one opposite where the charcoal chicken shop is. There are at least 4. Oh, and then you got the liquor land at Coles.
Yeah.
There are like 4 or 5 options for alcohol.
And
in
they're
Clayton.
like, people are like, no. Like,
Yeah, it's fucked. And so then it just stayed at Coles. And now you've got 2 competing Coles. Like, it's fucked up. It's
You know what? I prefer the smaller one, the Liquorland one, than the bigger
Really?
one, yeah.
I grew up going to
Easier
that
to
one.
navigate through.
Huh?
Easier to navigate through.
I don't know, it's just more old school. It's got that old school feel.
I honestly, man, I go in there accidentally nowadays. When I'm up
Yeah.
that side, but for whatever reason, it just feels really... It's depressing.
It is.
It hasn't
dark,
changed.
Dark and dingy.
No,
It's one of those-
seriously, it's unrenovated.
Yeah,
Like,
it's one of those original spec ones that
Has it got
hasn't been
that old
touched.
stained lino on the floor?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
feeling you.
The other one is pretty flash, like it's new.
Yeah.
But the old one, man, I did work experience there for $5 a day or whatever it was. Me and this other guy on our last day or our last couple days. No, it was into the second week. Man, we were going hard. Like I actually went hard for that joint to try and get a job there, right? I
Trying
remember,
to earn your ranks.
dude, I remember, this is how pissed off I was that I didn't get a job out of that gig. I remember the last day of work experience there, I was working under like some territory manager that was facing all the aisles, right? And they said, all right, Dim, you're going with this guy. And one of the other guys at work there was like, oh, yeah, he's one of the big knobs, man. Like, he's going to push you.
Good luck, mate.
Yeah, pretty much. And I said, oh, really? This guy, I was year 10.
So what are you, 15?
Year 9. I was year 9.
So you're 14,
Oh, I
15?
thought it was year 10.
No, year 9 and 10 we did work experience.
Okay, weird.
Yeah, 'cause
Hopefully
they were prepping us to get
Getting us ready,
jobs.
getting us ready.
Because
Yeah.
they knew we
They
were
knew
going
what it
to
was.
academics. Academics, mate.
Yeah, we were going to drop out at 16 anyway.
The
so,
handball, you know, like supermarkets and
year
stuff.
9, I still remember year 9, right? So, yeah, it would have been 14, 15. This guy was up at the top of he had like one of those ladder things.
Red ladders.
And he was grabbing Valencia orange juice boxes from the top aisle, and he was handing them to me. Like, I'm 14, I weigh about 30 kilos, or 40 kilos.
Arms just trembling.
I was dying, man. This guy's just dropping Valencia bottles on me.
I hope he stops soon. Oh my god.
I remember being in so much pain, man.
What was he doing? Capping.
Yeah, he was capping.
He's doing the capping. I still remember my supermarket days.
Yeah, man.
Capping.
You know what was funny? In the second week, at the start of the second week, they said, all right, you two, me and fucking Sava from school, they said, you two come with me. They put us in the roof of the actual Coles, right? There was like a little attic sort of thing. And they had...
And raped you.
You're a dickhead.
And pulled down my pants.
It was just like a fire hazard sort of area. Like, there was just garbage everywhere. Like, old papers, old stock Christmas, like, just all the shit that they rarely touch, but it was everywhere. And they said, we need you to clean this up.
Old tax papers.
We looked at each other, we're like, fuck, clean it up. They go, it's going to take forever. I'm like, nah, you're going to have 2 days to do it. And we said, all right, cool. At least we're going to be up here away from everyone else. We can do whatever we want, you know? Fuck it. We'll go hard and then just do nothing all day, right? Within the first 10 minutes, while we're doing it, boards were like literally falling down, like planks of wood, like that line the ceiling, like the inside of the ceiling. They were just falling, like collapsing around us. We're walking like we're on the plank. Like, that's it. It was so fucked up. And we're like, this is fucked, man. There was like broken glass everywhere. Like, we're cutting ourselves. Like, can we get some gloves in here, please? Like, literally. Because I had glass splints and shards under my nails and stuff. Okay, can we please get some riggers gloves or something?
You know, I wouldn't expect anything less from that place.
Do you know what the funniest was? Dude, I was getting stock. At one point, basically, they had all this other shit up there. They said, we want all this stuff in here, like boxes and stuff. So I was like, we set it up like a what's it called? Like a water bucket run. I was basically just grabbing stuff from one end, swiveling, passing it to another kid, and he was putting it somewhere else. As I'm doing it, I've turned, picked up a box, and as I've turned, I've just heard this loud, like, ah! I've turned around, and this guy's literally hanging.
Oh, both legs falling through.
Like, hanging, right? He's just hanging. Because, like, the plank or whatever he was sitting on just collapsed, yeah? I'm like, fuck! So I've, like, reached down, pulled him up out of it, and got him back on, so he's just hanging there with his one leg sort of draped over the plank.
Cliffhanger style.
While he's there, like, I've sat up, and I've got blood, like, all over my, like, pants or hands or something. I'm like, holes, man! I go, what the fuck?
Sounds like a horror scene,
I go, this
dude.
blood, like, where does blood come from? And he's looked down, and his pants have been torn.
Oh, fuck.
As he went through the plank,
God.
there was a hanging, like a nail that was protruding. Basically went straight through his calf muscle. And we've just looked at it, and it's literally just gaping. And he was actually trying to hold it tight with his hands, but it was like a massive wound, man. I'm like, fuck!
Fuck.
Gave him like a t-shirt or something that I had on me. I can't remember what it was.
To wrap it around his leg?
Just to hold it, and I just ran down to go, we've had an accident up there. He's like, what? This guy cracked it, right? The manager lost it at us because we'd done something wrong. I'm like, what the fuck? So we've run up, he's come upstairs, and he started losing it at us. I'm like, hold the phone, man. I go, we didn't do shit wrong. We're doing what we're being told, you know? And then this other bird came up, who was like a floor manager, and she lost her shit at him. She said, these guys should not have been in here to begin with. Fucking hell, like, you fucked up.
Yeah, because it's their fault lawsuit.
Yeah, exactly, right? They got him out of there, took him to the hospital or whatever to get stitches.
Gave him some free
While they've
chocolate.
taken him away,
Yeah.
the guy's turned around to me and just gone, all right, we'll get back to work. I'm like, what? Are you out of your mind? He goes, I fixed it. You know, like the issue.
Just put another board over the top.
That's what he did.
Oh,
He goes, I fixed it. I went in there. I literally just stepped forward and the fucking board just fell. I go, nah, fuck this.
Oh my god.
Dude, I went downstairs, got like the woman manager again. Said, listen, man. I go, you sent me back up there. She goes, no. You're not going back up there. Fuck that. Like, they lost it.
What was the matter with that guy, dude?
He was a fucking knob, man. He was a knob.
Knobzilla
man.
up in that bitch, man.
That was work experience in Clayton. I got like $35 for the week.
Can't believe that story, dude. dude.
Yeah,
Did you
man,
ever
it
do
was
that
fucked.
experience?
Yeah, I did it at Coles in
Yeah,
Roeville.
but how'd that go for you?
I just remember hiding in the giant fridge and drinking the Big M's.
Like a little wood rat.
That is seriously what I remember.
Oh my god!
I love it. These people almost died falling through roofs.
Dude, I would have downed like fucking 20 litres of Big M meals. Like crouched down behind the pallets in the back of the fridge like a rat.
How many Big M's could you drink?
That was my experience. Your experience sounds messed up.
Dude, it was fucked.
Like, you shouldn't have been doing that. You should have been doing, like, shit to do with, like,
Yeah.
stocking the shelves or
And
whatever.
you know what? This is what pissed me off the most. We were working there in the week before Christmas. Like, for some reason, we did work experience at the end of the year. Because I remember it was
Because they
summer.
didn't want us there. At
Yeah.
school. They didn't want us there at school, so they'd ship us off, like,
Yeah.
start of, like, December up until, like, the 18th
Yeah,
of December
exactly.
kind of thing.
Because I remember Coles was having all the Christmas sales, and they put me in charge of facing groceries. So
Cheap
I was
labour.
facing bottles of Coke. I would literally be taking boxes of Coke, putting it, and it was on special, like $2 for $2 and 2 liters
Yeah.
for $3. I'd spend like 20 minutes facing the aisle. I'd walk away. I'd come back and be empty. Why haven't you faced the grocery? I'm like, no, I was just out there. Like, what do you want me to? I was worked to the fucking bone, man.
Cheap labour, man.
Bad, cheap labour. $10 a day.
And trust me, we would have seen, like danger and stuff. We worked at butcher shops since we were
Yeah,
11,
man.
12 years old. So going to Coles is a whole different fucking
Yeah,
experience,
man.
Falling through roofs. Like, what the
this
fuck is this
shit?
shit? I worked with knives.
Dude,
know
that's
what I mean?
the best story ever. Your mate with his 2 legs through the ceiling, like, that's fucking hilarious.
What happened to
dude.
that kid? Like,
Nothing. He got the rest of the week off or whatever, got paid for it. 'Cause, you know, but they said, no.
Like Nick said, they probably shut him up with, like, an old discounted chocolate bar or something. And he
They
was like,
were literally
and he was
a few
totally
things.
stoked to get it.
He
Like,
didn't
oh,
get
sweet.
anything else. They just paid him for the rest of the week
Yeah.
and covered his medical bill. That was it.
Yeah, you guys could have been, like, $1 million up.
Dude, that was it.
I was
I'm like,
sued. But how do you know you're a kid? Like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna...
I was like, what the
Naive.
fuck,
Yeah.
man? Like, then I thought about my other work. You only did work experience once?
Yeah.
How many times did you do it, man? Did you do it twice?
Yeah, I did it at Woolies, and then I think I did it at... You know where I did it? At my uncle's car yard.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was the best, man.
Oh, selling cars.
Dude,
Hey, I got what you need.
Shyster.
Like this. During the week, no one comes to buy cars. It was the best.
You just see him wearing like a Saint Anger t-shirt or like some Metallica top, just sitting there with his feet up on the desk.
Yeah, it didn't get... I remember playing Snake on my phone. Like, yeah,
What are you doing?
Nothing. Like, I think I washed a couple of cars.
Nothing.
No, I think I just washed a couple of... Because it was summer, it was nice, it was good weather.
Yeah.
So I'd go out, and I'd like it because I was interested in cars. I'd like... I'm like, what do you want to do? Let's go wash the car. Like, he goes, yeah, go nuts.
Yeah.
So I just wash cars and stuff. Like, just listen to music. Like, there's no customer, so Con would have Metallica on. Like, because my uncle's a metalhead. So he'd have, like, Metallica or whatever on and just wash cars.
That's mad.
I just pictured the uncle looking out the window and seeing Nick, like, trying to upsell, like, some fucking...
Gets rid of like some... Yeah.
Listen, you could go for the Commodore.
But what you really want...
But what you really need is Ballina. But if you want the wood grain, you got to go for the Calais. Now I can give you a great deal for that. All right, leave it with me. Let me go talk to my manager. Let me see what I can do for you. So how much is the Commodore? It's $14,999. But I could do the Calais for $49,800.
And I'll throw in reg for you.
And I'll throw the reg. And look, I'll give you those rims.
I'll look after you with the rings. I'll leave them on there.
The car literally rolled in that morning for $600.
It's still got cigarette butts in there.
Just give me a few minutes just to iron out the details while the customer's fucked off. Just vacuuming the shit out of it.
Why does it smell like cigarette? No, it's just the new car smell. We just gonna let it settle in. It's just...
I'd love to work at a car.
Oh man, it's the best. But it wasn't like a Holden dealer. It was just like a shitty dealer.
Yeah. Which one was it? Where
It
was
was Car City Moorabbin. You know that
Oh, the big one.
yeah.
Car City?
Yeah,
Car City.
No, that's
Do
Ringwood.
you remember those ads?
Yeah, with the eyes.
Those are
Wait,
those
have you heard
fucked up eyes, man.
It felt fucked up, though, didn't
have
it?
you heard the
me out.
radio ads
No.
now for Car City?
No.
It's got a father and son that rock up to the car dealership, and the son's like losing his mind, going, "Oh, so many cars. What about this one?" And the father's like, "Yeah, settle down,
you
settle down.
serious?
Go get me a coffee."
Oh.
That is the ad.
Just playing to that young 18-year-old.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And oh, look at this, Dad. It's got rims. Oh, look at this. It's got touchscreen. Like, marketing is really bad these days, man. Like,
Oh, dude, commercials
advertising and stuff.
Ads have gone out the window, man. They are so fucking shit. All of them.
Yeah.
There's just shit ads. Like, you sit there and think, what a shit
And
ad,
still got
man.
the gay ass Cassidy.
Still, really?
Yeah, man.
At the end, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They're hanging on to
then
that,
it says,
man.
LMCT. Blah, blah, blah.
Actually, I remember when we first started putting this podcast together, I wanted to do our opening trailer with one of those, like, it's like, what the reason with the like, I wanted one of those. Like, I remember it was an idea. Maybe we should do it.
Yeah.
Like the disclaimer sort of.
Yeah, like, what do they always say? Like, especially ones about the political parties. Like, you know.
Spoken by Entrolman.
Oh, nice.
Talking about Entrolman, but that's not my code.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, I can't believe car city ads are still going, like, with that
dude.
same thing.
I can't believe those kind of yards are still open.
Really?